Good morning. Good morning, Blue Blue. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I will not be screaming the entire broadcast. No. I'm going to be using my inside voice for once. Right, Blue Blue? Have you got that, Blue Blue? But it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything, Kayla Webster. No. We're still here to throw my cards at your questions for free. My name is Open Phones. And I... Sammy Lee. How you doing, Sammy? Good morning. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I'll be trying out my NPR voice. Right, Stacey Wape, number one. Right, Sheila Everett. Let's get this session started, shall we, friends? Shall we? And we know how we do that, don't we? By throwing a card for the community. A card for the community that gives everybody a sense of where this Wednesday is going. Where's this Wednesday going? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? Hey, Wendy Ortiz. Let's get this show on the road. What is going to be the tone setter card that's going to get us off to the races today? I wonder. Hey, Meow, how are you doing, Queen? Are we ready to find out? I'm excited. Thank you, Jamie. Hey, Michelle Martin, how you doing, Queen? Ready, set. Oh, come on. What better way to start a Wednesday than with the Two of Cups? With the idea of beautiful emotion coming into its beautiful sense of balance. So that it might grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Here we find Pamela Coleman Smith offering up one of her most appealing artworks, Stacey. Don't you want to live inside of this card? Don't you want to be toasting with your cup of emotion? Standing over your strange lion-headed eagle, standing under it anyway. Obsidian, you know you're here to get a card. That's right. We're all going to get our cards. But this is where we're starting. Right, Jamie? We're starting right here in the idea of the inception of love. Let's see where that goes. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. And Stacey, you've been here since moment one. Moment one. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Stacey says, will I get back together with Steven? Stacey, thank you for finding a classic way to begin an episode of Tarot Morning Wisdom with Open Phones. What is a more classic way than to ask if you're ever going to get together with an ex-boyfriend? That is like one of the most vintage ways that we start the morning off, Stacey Wape. And I'm about to throw my cards at your... Stacey, are you even still here? Did you run away? Did you ask and run away? Thank you, Jamie. Oh, Jamie, you know what I'm talking about. Stacey, are you here? Bittersweetness, Harry. Okay, good. You want to get back together with Steven, huh? What went wrong, sweet queen? What went wrong? You and Steven, crash and burn? Let's find out what the cards have to say about you, specifically, as it pertains to Steven. Good morning, Faye. Good morning. How are you doing? Hey, Joanne. You had a fight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Truly, I know that's no fun. Let's find out what the cards have to say about getting you back together with the person you love so much, and his name is Steven. But I'm not going to ask if you're going to get back together with him. I'm going to ask what you can do to best tune your energy in this moment where you have separated from Steven, who you love so, over a fight, no less. Cards say, Stacey, this is a simple one. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Do you understand? And what does that mean? Well, it's not the Ace of Hearts saying you gotta love as hard as you can. It's not the Ace of Swords saying, think, girl, think. It's not the Ace of Wands saying passion first. It's saying whatever you do, you got to get into the real world and do it and make it happen. It's number one, Queen, number one. And when you see number one, you know you're talking about you're talking about an inception moment. You're talking about a creative moment. Here, it's in the real world. How can you walk directly into the situation and put your hands on the steering wheel, Queen? That's what we want to see right now. Broad card. Also, within this card is the idea of connecting to your own deepest sense of health. All right, and if this is a healthy thing that you're pursuing, this card is there to encourage that. Do you understand what I mean? One way or another, get out there and do it. Have you got that? Mint meditation, you're here. Oh my God. Who here has a question for the cards? Let's see here. Let's see. LA Vixen 4. What? Here we go, LA Vixen 4. I'm walking directly towards your question right now, Queen. And I'm asking myself, does Sal want something real with Calms? You ready, LA Vixen 4? Sal and Calms. Sal and Calms. Sal and Calms, huh? Let's just find out what the cards have to say. Does he want something real? Huh? Hey, baby, how are you? Hey, sweet bugs. Hey, Obsidian again. Hey, Astons, how are you doing, dear? Let's see here. LA Vixen. Does Sal want something real with Calms? We're cutting. We're cutting the cards. We're looking. The answer is yes! In fact, this card in this deck, the Sun card, is there to describe. Hey, Floki's mom, how you doing? I'm doing whisper sessions. ASMR, that's right, I'm not screaming and yelling. You get my spunky energy, but you don't get my spunky screaming voice. How about that? Trying to keep it quiet, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. It's the Sun card. See, I almost messed up there. Now, what is the Sun card, LA Vixen? What is the Sun card? It's the morning, after all, Floki's mom. I think I can calibrate for that. The Sun card is, in the archetypal symbolism of the deck, it's divinity self, all right? We're talking about God energy. And in this deck, God energy translates into the energy that feeds the entire universe, Queen. The energy that creates. So, if this is your card as it pertains to Sal and whether he wants something real, he doesn't just want something quote-unquote real. He wants to generate the maximum amount of energy, okay? He wants to be the little baby. He wants to be the little baby running around on the horse. What's more positive than that? Does that hit LA Vixen? I know it does. Good luck, LA Vixen. You gotta come back and let us know how it goes with Sal, assuming that you're asking on your own behalf. Am I right? Carla, get over here. I want to answer that. Carla. Hi, Carla. Hi, Carla. Hey, Katie. Oh, Astons, I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry. But Carla, I need to ask you, how you doing? My name is Open Phones. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards at your questions for free. I'm doing it a little bit quieter than you might be used to. Carla, I saw your question and I instantly stopped everything and I decided I wanted to answer it. Here's Carla's question. Everybody gather around Carla. Hi, Carla. Should I walk away from Daniel? Whoa. Tell me, Carla. Tell us, Carla. Good morning, MP. What's going on with this, Daniel? What's going on with this? Hey, Pella Roja. What's going on with this, Daniel? What's going on? Hey, Tessie. Is Daniel causing trouble in this situation, sweet Carla? Can you fill us in on the ifs, ands, and buts here as it pertains to Daniel? Thank you, JM. Let's see what the cards have to say, Carla. Between you and Daniel. But you're at a point, I can tell. Hey, Danny, how you doing? Danny. Why do I say Danny? Jeez, Maria, I'm gonna get to that. All right, Carla, here it comes, Queen. Should you walk away from Daniel? Well, Carla, guess what? Good day, Natalia. The deck is throwing this directly back into your court. Carla, it's saying, what does your sword of truth say? Does your sword of truth, which lives here as the primary voice inside of your stomach, just right about there, does it say, let's give Daniel 10 more chances? Does it say, I know, let's stay with Daniel forever, even if I'm ready to walk out the bleeping door right now? Or does it say something about last straws? If the interior voice inside of your stomach says, I am done, well then this card is here to reinforce that instinct, confirm its value, and encourage you to pull the proverbial trigger. Does that hit? Who here has a question for the cards? My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. We're doing it whisper style. I kind of like this. I'm gonna say it. I kind of like this. It's kind of interesting. Carla says he's 6 months out of a relationship and we both agreed to not having anything serious, but you want more. Okay, Queen, then the sword of truth is there to say, like, you need to follow your instincts, okay? Whenever I get that sword of truth, I know it's dead serious time for me to listen to that voice. Don't not listen to it. Make sure it's not twinging in my stomach and saying, you're messing up, you're messing up. You gotta really be trust yourself here. So there. Let's see here. Now, I know that... Oh, Floki's mom. Wait, hold on. I want to get to Floki's mom for sure, but I don't want to leave people hanging. And I know that I saw... Thank you, Floki's mom. I saw... Okay, man, you can do it, buddy. Who did I see? All right, look, I'm gonna just jump back into the chat. You gotta repeat your questions, friends. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards to your questions for free. Derek, are you in Los Angeles, California? Are you going to work you trying to go to work at Cedars there? Thank you, Faye. I know I'm on a bleeping tightrope. I am on a bleeping tightrope. Okay, Floki's mom, I'm hitting you up right now. What's my boy thinking about me right now? I'm not actually boy crazy, asterisk. I'm quite calculated and intuitive. I'm just having fun. I love that question. Everybody gather around Floki's mom, please. Let's find out what your boy is thinking about you right now. Oh, I love this question. What do we think it's gonna be, friends? What is the deck gonna respond? Ooh. There are so many fascinating ways this deck could respond to a question just like that, Floki's mom. 78, as a matter of fact. Here we go. We can't waste time. We gotta get in there. We got people's questions flowing in. If you're just coming through here, you don't know how this works, you ask your question in the chat and you keep on repeating it until I see it. But don't spam the chat. Just keep on periodically refreshing and I will get to it, I promise. Floki's mom asks, what's my boy thinking about me right now? What's my boy thinking about me? Interesting. Floki's mom, this is an interesting card to drop, and I don't know exactly how it's going to connect to the idea of your boy, but we have a Five of Swords here. And a Five of Swords is there to suggest that there is some form of effort upward being applied in the realm of thought. I'm not going to get all balled up inside of Pam's artwork here because it doesn't really apply. What's my boy thinking about me? And I see Five Swords. I say, oh, my boy is thinking about ways to advance beyond the basic. Why do I say that? Well, because number 4 is the basic. The Emperor is the basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, the legs of the table. Nice, right? But if you want to advance towards love, well, you need to go into the 5s. And this card suggests that there is some brain activity around that. Is it the most romantic card I've ever seen? Is it the most romantic card in this deck? No. But if you tear it down to brass tacks, if you really, really, really concentrate on what the numerology of this card is saying, it's saying, I don't want to be resting on my laurels. I want to go a little bit further, and I want to make it move toward love. So, there you have it. Let's find out exactly how that manifests in the real world. Could you please text your boy and ask what he's, and Floki's mom says, I don't always need romance on the cards, I want tangible. Well, we're seeing somebody who's thinking of new ideas. I was about to say, text him and find out. But that's not the way these cards work. Right J.M. Phillips, right Effie, right Kylan, right Trisha Pendergrass 6. Derek, you've been so patient. Get over here, Derek. Derek. Will I get a job offer from Cedars-Sinai Hospital? Well, geez, Derek. I don't know, but let's find out what the cards have to say as it pertains to your quests. Your sweet, sweet quest for employment at the classic Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Ask for it by name whenever you're in Los Angeles, right, Derek? Derek, what form of a doctor are you? Are you a doctor, friend? I want to know. Can we use you as a reference here at Tarot Morning Wisdom? We really want to know. Effie, I'm going to ask that one. Give me a second, Effie. Derek wants to know if he's going to get the big job. Los Angeles, congratulations. That's where Tarot Morning Wisdom began its life. How about that? Oh, Derek. Look, I don't throw these cards as predictive devices. I'm not going to sit here and stare you in the face, Derek, and say to you that this guarantees you're going to get the job. But if you want to carry this to the bank in terms of just like something to bring comfort to the moment as you wait and find out, you're staring into an Ace of Cups, which is an ace of joyful emotion. The fountain of youth, Derek. The Holy Grail, Derek. So, I offer this to you, sight seen, and I beg you, Derek, come and let us know if the deck was correct. Good luck! Everybody say good luck to Derek. Get that job. Get that job. Get that. Come on, Derek. You got this, baby. You got this, baby. Right, MP? MP, get over here. MP. Where's your question? I want to get to MP because I know MP. Get in there, man. You got that. Where's MP at? Click, 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 click. I wanted to answer MP's question. All right. What did Fei say? There's a black vulture. Fei reports that there's a black vulture on their bird bath and a crow marching beneath and a hummingbird at the feeder. It's like, hey, Cassia Ann, how you doing, Queen? That is a radical amount of omens of sorts. There we go. MP. Yes, Pellerojo, I'll get to you, I promise. MP says, am I gonna get that promotion? We got work questions on a Wednesday. What day is it, phones? It's May 27th, I forgot to mention. May 27th, 2026. I can't believe it. MP, oh my God, Maria. Well, you know how to get my attention, Maria. Nella, I'm gonna try to answer that too. Don't go nowhere, Nella. Keep hanging out. MP's wanting to know about whether they're gonna get this promotion. Let's find out what the cards I have to say. Thanks, JM. It's good to know I'm not alone. All right, we cut. MP wants to know about a promotion. We're gonna tell MP about a promotion. That's what's up. I'm proud of myself that I haven't broken the voice volume thing yet. It's been 22 minutes. Oh my God, MP. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate it. Yo, MP. Now, what did I just get done telling Derek? These cards aren't necessarily going to be like the crystal ball from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. No, I'm not sitting here telling you that your bicycle's at the basement of the Alamo. No. But what I am saying is, if you choose to receive this as a piece of positive, emotional information in this moment, that's exactly right. It's the 10 of Cups, MP, suggesting, hallelujah, good things in the realm of emotion. Maybe bounty is inside of this card at the 10 of 10. You really can't ask for more cups than this. So I'm going to gently offer that to you. And you gotta let us know, MP, how it comes out. What if it's right? I hope it is. MP, you've got this. Just hang in there and let us know how it's going. Let us know what the verdict is. I want to know what the verdict is. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards. Thank you, JM. Thank you for 10,000 likes. I appreciate that. Hey, Joanne, how you doing, Queen? Okay. Maria Bell Monroe, get your butt over here. I want to talk to Maria Bell Monroe right now. Please report to the front of the broadcast, Maria Bell Monroe. Oh, Let Lay, I want to answer that. Don't go no. Hi, Let Lay. Maria Bell Monroe says, is today going to be romantic? When I see him? Ooh. There's fire. There's fire on the horizon, and Maria Bell Monroe wishes to know what the cards have to say. Oh my God, that's amazing, JM. I think the low voice thing might be working. All right, Maria Bell. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Ask them in the chat. I read them as soon as I can. Be patient. I'll get there, babies. Maria Bell Monroe wants to know. Wants to know. When I see him later on today, will it be romantic? Oh, Maria Bell Monroe. Isn't it always romantic, Maria Bell Monroe? Isn't it always romantic? Let's find out what the cards have to say. Maria Bell Monroe! Look, Maria Bell Monroe. There are very, very few cards in this deck that directly scream romance, and you have got one of them right now. So the answer is a screaming yes. Yes, 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 Maria Bell Monroe. Two of Cups has fallen. Romance is here, but also I'm going to point out, this is in the realm of the heart, not the realm of the wands, okay? This is not the realm of fire, it's the realm of beautiful water. So keep an open heart, okay? Okay, okay? Bring your heart to the table alongside your fire, that's all I'm saying. Hey, Sherry So Very. Hey, Austin Nix, how you doing? Let's see here. I see you, Manny, just hang in there. I gotta get to Let Lay. Let Lay, how you doing? I think you're new here. My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards at your questions for free. Ask in the chat. I respond as soon as I possibly can. And Let Lay's got a good one. Is my wife coming back? Let Lay, what happened? Let Lay, what happened? Let Lay. Where'd they go? Let Lay. To the store? Is there any idea that you can give us as to what's going on in the wife department? Let Lay. I'm about to throw a card on it and find out what the deck has to say about whether or not your wife is going to be coming back. Oh, sweet Let Lay. In all seriousness, no, you can tell I'm having fun, Let Lay, but I'm not making fun. I'm sorry that you find yourself in a place where you are missing somebody that you have referred to as your wife. Ugh. Truly, Let Lay. Are you ready for your card, Let Lay? Well, are ya? Here it comes, Queen. King. Look, Let Lay, it's the 8 of Cups, all right? Now, you can see, perhaps, by the artwork, Let Lay, that you're seeing somebody in the realm of emotion, walking away from the known into the unknown, specifically, and that they're on some form of an emotional quest outward. Now, I recognize that may not be answering this question in a way that is positive for you or what you would like to hear. That's true. Thank you, Shells. But I will also point out to you that there is the concept of strength reflected inside of this card, and ultimately, even if they are on some form of a quest outward, that does not mean that they won't be coming back. They may be on a road that leads right back to you. We need to sit and find out. Also, I will gently suggest, Let Lay, this card, as it was dropped for you, might be for you. It might be time for you to think about what it takes to form emotional strength for yourself inside of this moment. How can you re-equilibrate your heart right now so that you are not out of balance with yourself? Okay? Good luck, and you gotta come back and let us know how it goes, all right? Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. My name is Open Phones. What's this, Joanne, that you're asking? You familiar with these questions about dark things around? Oh yes, Peliroja, I'm doing you right now. You've been so patient. Peliroja requires a love card, friends. Everybody gather around Peliroja in the chat. Hi, Peliroja. And Shells, I'm gonna get you right away. I promise, I promise, I promise. Rojas like, give me a card of love. Yes. Hey, Peggy, I will get you a card, I promise. Here we go. Oh, Nella, Jesus, I want to get to you too. And yes, Karen, thank you. Karen, are you prepared to receive your card of love? Are you prepared to receive your card of love? Here it comes, Queen. Karen, your card of love has to do... Did you just get this card, by the way? I forget, because we've drawn cards of love for you before. It's the beautiful Mother Earth card. It's the Queen of Pentacles, suggesting that it's time to ground yourself in your deepest power in the material sphere, your health sphere, your, your nature, your natural sphere, your money sphere. I always hesitate to attach this beautiful queen strictly to the things of the material world that are so often less than touched by the divinity. This is somebody who's deeply in touch with their divinity and grounded within it. It's the card of... the card of the generation of life. Not the generation of life so much as the nurturing of life, okay? How can you nurture yourself right now in this moment, sweet Pela Roja, sweet Karen? Abundance in general, but think about this as the nurturer in chief. She has advice for you. Let us know how it goes and how it leads to the realm of the heart for you. Patiently waiting, says Tricia Pendergrass. I am so grateful that you're patiently. Everybody, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards to your questions for free, and the phrase patiently waiting is exactly where we all need to be. Now, Shells, Shells, I am going to get to you next. That's what I'm going to do. Carla! Oh, Carla. Oh, Carla, how are you, Queen? My name is Open Phones. Is this your first time here? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. Here it comes, Carla. I'm going to read your question. In case you don't know how this is going. How does this go? I'm telling you, Carla, here it comes. What I'm going to do, I read your question out loud. I shuffle this deck. We cut it, we see. Carla asks, would I receive any communication from Baden this week? Oh, Carla and Baden. Carla and Baden, what's... Hey, Vanessa Victorious, how are you? Sorry. As you can tell, Vanessa Victorious, I'm trying to do a more sotto voce rendition of Tarot Morning Wisdom. You understand. Hey, Chocolatito, how are you? Sweet Chocolatito. Oh, friends, if you have it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I would be so grateful. Because, as I've been told, the algorithm deeply responds to the idea of people sharing this. And as you know, Daddy Algorithm knows all Shells. Shells and Baden. Shells and Baden. Thank you, Jamie's crying. Shells and Baden, the cards say. Oh, yes. Well, what do we have here, Shells? We have the concept of new ideas and ideas and wisdom in general in motion, okay? In motion, on horseback, rushing towards their goal. This is a deployed thought, all right, Shells? You're wondering about whether you're making contact with Baden, and this card is either here to encourage that you facilitate that contact, or that this contact is on its horse, rushing towards you. You decide which one is the most applicable to your situation, but always remember that my cards are much more likely to encourage action on your behalf than they are to suggest some dude is going to do anything at all. Ever. I won't, Manny. Hey, Manny, you know what's a good way to get your reading done faster? By generously pumping that heart a little bit. Come on, Manny. Come on, Manny. Show me that you got... I'm going to do you right now, Manny, to prove how generous I am. Are you ready? Here we go, buddy. Maria, I'm going to get to you. I want to answer that. And you're welcome, Shells. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Let's see here. Oh, wait, I said, and I must follow through. Where is the person that I just said I was going to do? Doobity 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 boo boo. Sorry, I'm looking through this chat, struggling to see it. All right, fine. Boink. There are 25 of us and one of them. Thank you, JM. You're amazing. Everybody go follow JM Phillips, please, but only if you like high quality tarot reads. All right, man, you're here. Jesus Christ. Here I come, son. Get ready. Manny, everybody gather around Manny, please. Everybody gather around Manny. Join hands. Good. Okay, join feet. Thank you. Manny, I think you're new here. Then Maria. Thank you, Maria. Manny says, just give me a general card, please. I need it. I need it. I'm like, okay, Manny, good. Manny, your general card for this Wednesday, May 27th, is as follows. Manny, I am not surprised to see the Nine of Swords here. You're clearly in a moment of a little bit of anxiety, and that is okay. We welcome anxiety. Why? Because we know that those are just human thoughts run amok, and that ultimately, Manny, what this card drops onto us, we're reminded that those human thoughts are ours that we generate, and therefore ours that we can bring down to a more simple place. All right, Manny? This is a card that begs you to do the sword clearance, to quiet the mind, and even if it's just one sword's worth, so that you're at an 8 of swords, where you're really thinking in a beautiful flow that has to do with strength. This card does not necessarily scream strength, especially when you access it through the artworks. And so, ultimately, I have to ask you, Manny, are there ways that you can quiet your mind? Are there ways that you can apply yourself to a form of growth that allows you to find yourself inside of your own strength and active? That's another way into this card. 8 plus 1 equals 9. If you can get to that 8 plus 1, then you're doing very, very well. But ultimately, when this card drops on somebody who's just like, tell me what I need to know, this is, you know, a way of saying, okay, maybe it's time to chill. Hey, Annabelle, how you doing? Thank you, JM. You're doing the good Lord's work. Thank you for everybody that's just being patient. I'm going as fast as I can. You know I am. But you got to answer. Okay, Nella. Nella, get over here, Nella. Wait. No, did I say Maria? Jesus Christ. No, I'm going to do it. Look, I got to do Nella right now. I got to do Nella. You know why? Because it's a pregnancy question. Who loves to do pregnancy questions up here more than me? Am I the only tarot reader that does pregnancy questions? I think I am. And I'm being cute and I'm being funny right now. That's true. But don't think for a minute that I'm not taking it seriously. Nella, you're asking if you... I promise, Maria. Nella is... Oh, good, Chocolatito. Thank you. It's good to know I'm not alone. Nella's asking if they're going to get pregnant. Is that right, Nella? Nella, are you asking if you're going to get pregnant? Let's find out what the cards have to say as to, like, in a more productive mode about how you can best tune your energy on this quest to become with child. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Jesus, JM, I didn't mean to insult you by suggesting that I was the only one doing them, and you're standing right there going, excusez-moi. Everybody go to JM Phillips's page, by the way, if I didn't complete that thought, and follow them, but only if you like high-quality tarot reads. If you don't like high-quality tarot reads, do not do that. Don't do that. All right, Nella, here comes your card about whether or not you can expect to become pregnant soon, and more likely, how you can best tune your energy. Oh, well. Now, because you're talking about pregnancy, there's a visual aspect of this card that I don't want you to have a negative reaction to. I'm just giving you that as a sort of spoiler alert and a warning. Because, like, what this card is about is not the word that's printed upon it, but the idea of you having a massive evolutionary shift upward. Like that. And when I see this card, I know that something is ending and something is beginning. And guess what, Nella? Guess what? If, and again, if, capital I, capital F, if this is foretelling anything at all, it's foretelling just the exact kind of, like, life change that becoming a parent is a perfect embodiment of, all right? It's basically being, it's embodying a transformational moment, okay? If I could change anything inside of this, this beautiful card It's just the word death is, it's limiting. And it should really be the word change. So I really, really hope that this card hits for you in just that way. Please do not allow this to become anything around anxiety, because that's not the idea here. The idea is massive evolutionary shifts upward. All right? And you got to come back, Nella. And you got to let us know, Nella, how it's going. Thank you, Nella, for bringing your question here. For those who don't know, my name is Open Phones, and this is Tarot Morning Wisdom. And Maria, will you please repeat your question that you are so excited about? I'm gonna look for you. I'm look up. Let me see if I can find Maria's question in the chat. But Maria, while I'm doing that, I swear it would be very helpful if you could just let me know what your question is, which is probably like 75 pages back in the chat right now. Boom! Oh yeah! Okay, Maria, get over here, Maria. Everybody gather around Maria. Hi, Maria. My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Your question is my bleeping family gonna beat me out of owning the house? Oh, Maria. Oh, I can just absolutely sense your frustration inside of that question. Is my bleeping family gonna beat me out of owning that house? Maria, I sense that you deserve this house. Oh, now Maria, look. These cards are not predictive devices. I'm not gonna sit here and especially when the stakes are this high, Maria, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you yay or nay, and then have you walk around in the world going, well, the cards said no. I'm going to tell you what the cards have to say to you about how best to handle this moment from your own perspective, all right? What can you do to strengthen yourself in this moment? That's the question I'm aiming at here. And if for some reason the cards come back with some strange symbol that I'm able to interpret as a yes, then great, great. I'm not turning down good news. I'm simply saying it's often the case that this deck really, really just wants to tell you what you need to do in the moment that we're in. And here it comes. Well, interesting. What do we have here, Maria? We have 10 Pentacles. And this is an interesting card to break out in this because you're pissed at your family, I could tell. This is a family card. You can see generation upon generation upon generation is being reflected inside of this card. That's true. And it's a card of deepest bounty. It's the 10 out of 10. And the question that you asked directly was, am I going to get that bleeping house? 10 out of 10 is not a bad response. I'll just say that. I will just say that. And I'm going to add a layer to that for you, Maria, because I do sense that, I sense that frustration. This is a card that more often, not often at all, it is a connective card to the idea of family. And maybe inside of this is also some form of suggestion to not completely burn down those connections inside of this material quest. All right, look, the material world can wind us up. Thank you, I'm no angel, for sure. And the Marie, well, they should know better than to mess with me. Never mind. I'm giving you have the positive answer, Queen. Go get it. But then the thing is, Maria, please come back and let us know how it goes. Can you send us some pictures of the house that you own once it's all said and done? Everybody, round of applause for Maria. They're not going to be daunted in this quest to get what they got coming to them. I like everything about that. Let's see here. Who's got a question for these cards? I know that's a hilarious. Okay, get over here, you are. You'll throw a party. And, oh man, Maria, I like everything about your energy. I beg you to come back and visit us at Tarot Morning Wisdom. Round of applause for Maria. Okay, Uwari, get in here. Chocolatito, aka Uwari. Everybody gather around Uwari. Thank you. Does my divine counterpart live in my neighborhood? Ooh. A divine counterpart, eh, Uwari? What exactly are we talking about here, Uwari? This is exciting. Now, obviously, Uwari, I cannot promise that you're going to get a distinct yes or no answer out of that. But I wonder what the cards are going to say, because they are so interesting. That your twin flame. Okay, very good. Let's find out what your prospects are. as you ask whether your twin flame, your divine counterpart, is living in your actual ... neighborhood. Well, we find ourselves, Uari, inside of the number 6, which of course is the number of love, sweet love. Oh, sweet love, Uari, the sweetest love. But okay, we start this card off interpretively as we understand that the 6s are all tied to love, with a material connection to how we can experience a sense of absolute balance and justice and getting what we deserve, first from ourselves and second from the material aspects of this world. You know, how can you make sure that you are getting what you deserve so that you feel fantastic about what you have? All right, yay, that's great. All of those questions are there, all those answers are there. Does this suggest something about your neighborhood and a connection to love? Well, yeah, because it's connecting to the material sphere, isn't it? It's not the most romantic card I've ever seen, by sure. But, by far, because it's not filled with hearts and love and fiery emotions and all that stuff. But you ask, is my real world going to deliver on the concept of love? And the real world showed you a number 6, Uari. So as far as prognostications are concerned, and you know I'm not always slamming that down everybody's throat, it's a pretty positive response. Let us know how it goes. Sabrina! Sabrina, where have you been? Oh, Sabrina, I missed your username, so let's do Angel, because Angel, I see, has an open next to their name, which means they went to the trouble of clicking the fan club button up there, which I deeply appreciate, and every time I see it, I have to stop the presses. I see somebody went to the trouble of pressing that fan club button, you know I've got to pay attention. And Angel, sweet Angel, did it. Oh, Moonlit Bay, thank you. See, Moonlit Bay just did it. Now, Angel asks, will Frank accept my offer in June, which is now suddenly right around the corner? How'd that happen? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's find out what the cards have to say, sweet Angel. Will Frank accept my offer in June? What's the offer, Angel? What's the offer? Do. Angel asks, will Frank accept my offer in June? The cards say. Well, you know, this is not a yes or a no, Angel. 10K, goodness gracious, that's interesting. The offer is life. Angel, whatever your specifics are, okay, they connect here inside of this card to the realm of fire and passion. 5 wands, okay? I guess as a response to your question about whether or not this person's going to accept or not accept, you see somebody who is vibrating inside of a state of creative or passionate chaos. All right, what up, Ragus Yar? How you doing? You see that, the struggle inside? You see that struggle happening inside of this card? What I sense inside of that is potentially an opportunity. If you can... Oh, he's toxic. Well, that's... Okay, well then I, you know, with simply that piece of information, New Angel, I see this as, you know, something that might confirm whatever you're connecting to that toxicity. Somebody who is like in a hectic state. Now, also within these 5s is the idea of there being a leadership vacuum. So, you know, it's like if you can find your way, I don't know exactly what your deal is in terms of how you're interacting, but if you can find your way into it through the realm of creativity and offer a gentle way upward, outward, and through, maybe this card is connecting to the idea of leading this person to the place that you want to take them in a creative way. But here they are presented before your eyes, all right? And like I would just hopefully, I would suggest that like never, well, Fei kind of said it, protect yourself, stay active. Okay, stay in your number 5. Stay growing and active. This has been a 3-year battle. All right. Well, one way or another, the cards are suggesting that there's not a lot of focus happening on the other side of the fence there. I wish you all the luck in the world, and please come back and let us know how it goes. Now, I noticed it's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends, and I need to go to, who did I see? Jamie's crying. Jamie's crying. You've been so patient. Everybody gather around Jamie's crying. First of all, how you doing, Jamie's crying? What's up, Jamie's crying? Jamie's crying, I think this is your first time here. My name is Over the Phones. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. And you're asking, will I ever find true love? Jamie's crying. Of course you're gonna find true love, Queen. Yes, you will. As long as you follow rule number 1. The Tarot Morning Wisdom rule number 1 of finding true love, Jamie's crying, is as follows. You gotta leave the house. You gotta get out there and be active. You gotta stay out there in the world. You gotta stay out there and get dirty in that world. I know. It's not my favorite either. But that's rule number 1. We know that. So what I'm gonna ask these cards, Jamie, is how you can best tune your spiritual instrument to find success in the realm of true love. How can you magnetize yourself in this moment to bring that kind of energy closer to you? Am I right? Let's find out what the cards have to say. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Are you ready? Are you set? Oh my God. Well, okay, look. Jamie's crying. If I wanted my deck to just be a straight up crystal ball and sell it through that way, this would be the kind of card I'd want to drop on your question. Am I going to find true love? Well, I don't know. It's the King of Cups. Does that sound good? The King of Love. Not bad, Jamie's crying. Not bad. That makes me feel good to drop on you. It makes me, maybe Jamie's crying's going to get true love after all. But Jamie's crying. Also, I have to point out that I am dropping this card for you as a form of advice and instructions. In addition to any prognostication stuff that you'd like to attach to it, which I go for it, do it. But if I'm directly addressing you with this card is saying something about needing to be in the absolute active position as it regards matters of the heart. Be the king of your emotional realm. The king is in charge. The king is dictating where everything is meant to be going. And ultimately, all of those details to the side. The king is active and not passive, okay? You cannot rest on your laurels and expect true love to walk through the door. You need to be moving in the world towards that love and maintaining a strong heart. How do you do that? Jamie's crying. By maintaining a deep connection to your own love of self. The King of Love, does he love himself? Yes! Okay. Get in there, Jamie's crying, and you let us know how it's going. Moonlit Bay, you've been so patient. Get over here, Moonlit Bay. I saw Moonlit Bay hit the fan club button, and I knew I was going to answer their question as soon as possible. That's right. Thank you, Karen, for doing that. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm Open Phones, and we're throwing cards at your questions for free. And Karen's question is as follows. Will Kobe and I fix our relationship? Karen, what happened with you and Kobe? Karen, you and Kobe are in trubs? I'm sorry to hear that, Karen. Let's see what the cards are going to say, but I'm going to gently tweak your question to, will Kobe and I get it together? No. I'm going to say, how? How, Karen? Are you... Well, let's just put it this way. How might you and Kobe repair your relationship? What card can best prepare you for that moment of active reconciliation? Are you ready, Karen? Are you set? Here we go. Oh, well, Karen, geez, again, it seems like my deck's in the mood to just answer these questions straight up. I should immediately stop being so responsible. Yes! Because look, it's the card of judgment. It's like a literal card of massive transcendence. It's the major arcana's depiction of the moment that the universe that we know and occupy transforms into the unknowable universe of heaven, heaven self, paradise. It's the horn of the angel of paradise blowing in our faces, saying, Karen, you and Kobe, follow me. Look for ways to transcend the old situation and move towards the new. Take this card seriously, though. It's got to be a large-scale it's got to be a transformation to attach to this card. And if you can find a way to completely transform your relationship energetically and bring it to a much higher place, then this card is the one for you to do just that. Let us know how it goes. All right. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. You ask in the chat. I read them as soon as I bleep and can. If you want to get my attention a little bit faster, you bang on the hearts and you hit the fan club button. I can see that open next to your name, and it'll be much, much easier for me to pick you out of the crowd, which I'm so grateful to see that we do have a crowd. Ragus Yar, you're awesome. I'm glad to see your name. Let's see here. Now, Ryan. Are you here, Ryan? Oh, Christy. Everybody gather around Christy. First, I'm stopping everything here. Christy, how you doing, Christy? My name is Open Phones. Thank you, Saucy. And this is Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. Now, everybody gather around Christy because Christy's got a medical question. I just want to make sure that Christy understands that we're here to support that. We're here to support people who are staring those kind of situations in the face because we know them. We know what it's like to be in that moment. We know it can be scary. Now, Christy, do you really think I'm going to shuffle my deck and cut it and then use it like a Russian roulette style weapon that could potentially tell you, no, Christy, no, sorry, Christy, your surgery is just not going to go that well. And no, of course not. That's not how these cards work. It's not, you wouldn't want to hear it. I wouldn't want to tell you. And that's not how these cards work. What this deck's going to do is offer you a way to best calibrate yourself for success as you walk into this moment where you're going to go into a medical situation that we want to have turn out right. We're here to have it turn out right. When we're all pulling for you, Christy, and I'm begging you to come back and let us know how it goes. You got to let us know how it goes, Queen. One way or another, we're here for you, but we want to hear good news from you, Christy. Now, how can you stay strong in this moment where you are going in there and getting what needs to be done? Yeah, okay, 5 Pentacles has dropped, suggesting that you're going to be in a moment where you need to heal, all right? And that healing is going to take some time, which I don't sense that it's going to come as a huge surprise for you. But this card suggests that you need to stay inside of active ideas of healing in this moment. Again, is this news to you? Are you shocked by this? All of this is simply to say that you're in the realm of the real, you're in the realm of the material world, and you're in the realm of health, and you're in the number 5, which is the card of growing upward from basics, and that's definitely what you're going to be required to do. And you see Pamela Coleman Smith telling us a story here about a journey that's taking a little bit of time. Maybe these people didn't want to be taking this much time, but this is a card ultimately that leads only one place, to the self-love 6s and to success. You're going to need to re-equilibrate. You're going to need to rebalance everything in the wake of that. But you got to come and let us know how it's going. And remember that this card is ultimately suggesting of the ability to succeed in attaining that which you desire, or in this case, need, which is perfect health. So let us know how it goes, sweet Christy. And thank you for coming by and bringing that question forward. I appreciate you reaching out to us in this moment. I really do enjoy supporting those people that are facing the scarier stuff. We all have to face that scary stuff. I gotta face the scary fact that my legs are falling asleep. Anyway, who's got a question for these cards? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm Open Phones. I'm dropping cards on your questions for free. You ask in the chat, I answer. And I am looking down into this beautiful chat. I'm saying, once again, thank you, Jacqueline, for your beautiful... Oh, you know what I'm going to say, too? If you've got it in your hearts to share this broadcast with your friends. I've been told that that's very helpful in the eyes of the algorithm. Now, okay, Boone, aka Z, you have been so patient. I've watched your question pass my eyes a million times now. Will I meet my husband this year? Oh, Z. Z. Everybody gather around. Z. Oh, yes, let me see about that. How do I do that? Doot. Manage access. Doot. Did I just do it? JM, did I just do that? Did I just tell me? No, Sabrina, I'm still in France. Now. Yay! Thank you, JM. I really appreciate that. Now, look. Z is asking, oh my God, am I gonna meet my husband this year? Z, you're going husband hunting, huh? Here we go. Let's find out what the cards have to say, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, Z, just like I said earlier. I'm not gonna play Russian roulette with your husband hunt, where if I give you a negative, you're like, no, criminy, I'm not gonna find a husband this month. Shoot. I'm gonna try to give you a piece of advice that's gonna increase your odds of becoming the magnetic, beautiful, the magnetic, beautiful, most beautiful version of yourself that will land you the prize buck of the husband hunt, if that's even remotely appropriate to say. Here it comes. Z, are you ready? Are you set? Interesting. We have some work to do, Z. These fives keep on coming forward, and I'm understanding exactly why. Z, what do we have here? We have, first of all, we're inside of the wands, Z. Symbolically, that means that we're inside of fire, passion, creativity, procreativity, and spirituality all rolled into one. And Z, my cards are feeding back something to you here about, hey, Pookie Dookie, about a sense of disorganization inside of this passion. Do you see what these boys are all doing? They're clicking and they're clacking. They're clicking and they're clacking their little sticks together, aren't they? And if this is a card that's reflective of something that's going on inside of you in this moment, what the advice ends up being is, Z, that there might be a need to sort of rebalance the situation. Get your basics together in the realms of passion. Find a way to create a bit of peace inside of yourself, and then reach for the growth, and then start on your path. Do not send yourself out into the husband hunting world with all of your passionate sticks clicking and a clacking inside of yourself, because ultimately it's leading to a lack of balance that's going to be difficult to, well, I'll tell you this. If you go out there like this, unbalanced like that, guess what you're going to attract? Equally unbalanced people. And look, I love unbalanced people. I am unbalanced half the time. But the truth of the matter is, when you're in husband hunting mode, you've really got to look for the balanced versions first, and you got to look for relationships that are capable of sustaining on a longer timeline. And if you end up balancing to this energy to a similar energy, it's going to be very difficult not to have it wobble off course and crash. So, all of that said, I wish you all the luck in the world. Hey, Toomey, how you doing? Hey, Emma. Hey, Brandy. Let's see what we got up. Oh, Tricia, you have been so... Oh, pinned. Thank you. Tricia... Oh, my God, Jam. That's brilliant. Jam, you're hired. Will my family stay together through this? Tricia Pendergrass says, honey, I am so sorry that you're going through this. Whatever this is, can you tell us anything about it? I am deeply on your... You captured my heart with that. Will my family stay together through this? I feel that in my chest when you ask that, Tricia. Let's find out what the cards have to say as you reach toward, I guess, some form of a resolution here. And I'm also going to add this word to it, Tricia. How? How can I help my family stay together through this? Just so that we understand that the cards are there to offer advice and instructions. Do you know what I'm saying? Trisha, are you with us? Here it comes. Here it comes, Trisha. Trisha asks, will my family stay together through this? I added, how can I help? Oh, wait, before we drop. My son got his girlfriend pregnant and now she is trying to tear him apart from all of us. Oh, honey, I am so sorry. That's your kid out there in the world, and things got messy and things get crazy, don't they? Let's find out what the cards have to offer you by way of advice. By way of advice. In this moment where you're feeling a bit of fear and anxiety over whether or not things are going to, like, hold as this bleeping girlfriend comes through and creates chaos. Well, Tricia, I'm just going to offer this to you because it's ultimately a positive card. 10 Cups. Yay, Tricia. Is my family going to hold together this? What do you see here? You see a happy family. You see a happy family standing under a rainbow made of the full emotional spectrum, Tricia. That's positive. Yes. We can say, good. Whew. I'm relieved. Thank you, Starlet. I appreciate that. That's a beautiful, yes, JM. It's a fantastic response to your question, but it's also, I would suggest, a piece of instructions for you, Tricia, to not let your swords get in the way here, but to always, no matter how annoyed you might get, and it sounds like there's a lot of opportunities inside of this to get a little bit annoyed, always put your heart first in this situation. Do not allow your swords to complicate things. You need to stay inside of the emotional part of this, the emotional connection to this. Thank you, Gabby, to the idea that there's a new human on the way, and that new human's going to be such a beautiful addition to your family, and maybe even to the idea that there is an emotional way forward with this person that's driving you absolutely up the bleeping wall. Let us know how it goes. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. Get money, get over here, Ryan. I know, Ryan, you have been utterly, I'm going to find your question, Ryan. I'm doing it right now. You've been sweet. You've been patient. It has to do with dancing. It has to do with dancing, Ryan. Do you have it in you to repeat it one more time for your friend Open Phones who cannot page through 7,000 miles of chat to find it again? Give it to me one more time, sweet Ryan. I promise I'll answer it. Alright, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm dropping cards on your questions for free, and I'm waiting for Ryan to repeat his question. I'm begging Ryan to repeat his question. Please, Ryan! The second I pivot, there it is. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan asks, will my dancing talent draw in my next love? Ryan, congratulations on your dancing talent, buddy. Holy smoke, Ryan. Everybody gather around Ryan. All right, everybody start clapping in unison so Ryan can start dancing with it. Come on, congratulations, Ryan. You have talent. It's in the realm of the physical. I love everything about that, Ryan. I love everything about that, Ryan. And you're wondering if this is the thing. Is this the thing that's going to bring love my way, sweet Ryan? Let's find out what the cards have to say. Let's find out what the cards have to say. I'll tell you this, Ryan. Dancing talent will 100% draw love your way. No matter what. You keep dancing around, you're going to find people that love you for that and bring that love towards you. I'm going to ask the cards, how can you, dancing talent or no dancing talent, magnetize yourself for love? For love. All right, Ryan? Here it comes, Ryan. Here it comes. Ryan asks, will my dancing talent be the thing that magnetizes my world for love? Never mind. I'm just going to give you the answer straight up, Ryan. The cards scream, yup. Yeah. 2 cups, Ryan. I'm going to let the artwork do the work here. Do you feel like they might be clicking their cups at a dance competition? Are they a partnership forming on the dance floor, Ryan? It is the card literally most associated with true love, Ryan. I wish you all the luck in the world. I beg you to come back and let us know how it goes. Oh, Starlet Singleton, get over here. I want to answer that for you. Hey, Starlet, I think you're new here. My name is Open Phones. Hi. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. We're throwing cards at your questions for free, and I saw Starlet Singleton. JM, I'm not working alone anymore. Now you're working with me. Oh my God. Thank you. Does Roger love Marlena? Does he love me? That's how I saw it. That's how I saw it first. Does he love me? Starlet. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Everybody gather around Starlet. Say hi. Hey, Starlet. Oh, good luck, Ryan. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Starlet's wondering if Roger has love in his heart for Starlet. I'm curious. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Okay, interesting one here, Starlet. This card has dropped, and it's dropped not in the realm of the heart, but in the realm of the mind. Now, oh, dude, Starlet adds, he's having an affair, and I want to know if he loves her. Well, look what I found here, Starlet. First of all, this is a card for you, not bleeping Roger, who's having an affair. And by the way, thumbs all the way down to that. I hate everything about that. He's having an affair on you, I take it. That sucks. Everybody, regather around Starlet for this. This is extra bothersome to me, and I want to make sure that you feel supported in this moment, where Roger's having a mother bleeping affair. Thumbs down. What does this card say, Starlet? This is a card for you. And this is a card that says something directly from the heart, not of me, but of Pamela Coleman Smith, the artist who generated these cards, about well, here's what's on the table here. You can either live inside a sense of mental disappointment, or you can grow your way out of it. Which do you think this card wants for you? Ugh. I mean, I'm just so frustrated by this. So, if I'm dropping this card on you, and if I'm putting myself in your shoes in this moment where you know that bleeping Roger is taking it out on the town, thumbs down, then this is a card saying, Queen, you need to grow through this situation immediately. You need to take an active part here. You cannot sit inside of this 1 second longer. This is not a quicksand pit this cannot become a quicksand pit for you where you're just sitting here going, oh man, bleeping Roger. Roger's torturing me with his affair. No, you need to move past this. What card is after the Five of Swords? The Six of Swords. And what's that card about? That card is about developing a self-protective, very positively oriented and balanced shield of will around yourself that does not allow your emotions to be affected by that kind of stuff, those external bad actions. I need you to come back and let us know how it goes, Queen. But never forget this card when it comes to this. You are not allowed to sit around inside of this. You have to push past. Roger. Unbelievable. Thumbs down to Roger. Let's see here. I thought I saw somebody passed that I was going to answer to. Thank you guys so much for being so patient inside of this chat. I truly appreciate your patience, and my name is Open Phones, and this is Tarot Morning Wisdom, and 22, you're the one. 22, where are you at, Queen? I want to say, do you have a question? 22, you've been so generous, and I just don't want to miss the fact that your generosity is passing by my eye every 2 seconds. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. There it is. Thank you, 22, aka Taco, or is it probably Taco? How you doing? Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I'll get to you too. You know that. Taco asks, will me and Georgie be in a relationship soon? Or not soon. Will me and Georgie be in a relationship? Oh, Taco. Are we having feelings for Georgie? Are we having feelings right now for Georgie? Oh my goodness gracious, that's exciting. Well, guess what, Taco? I'm gonna ask this deck how best you can calibrate yourself in this moment to attract this Georgie person, to attract this Georgie which you so deeply desire. What can Taco do to bring this Georgie in to land. Thank you, JM, to land Georgie in this moment of such longing. We'll call it longing. Longing for, yes, Sally, I am still in France. Are we ready, Taco? The answer is, ooh, this is a practical drop for you, Taco. Will me and Georgie work out? The cards have this to say. Is there a new idea that you can reach for in this moment? Is there a new creative idea that can emerge as held here by this Page of Pentacles? What do you gotta know about the Page of Pentacles? This also might have to do with Georgie too, because there's a couple of different ways to read this card. Thank you, JM. JM, why are you've already given your time, and now you're giving of your everything. Thank you. Taco, you see this card and you say to yourself, okay, well, there's a couple of different things. One, the idea of a new idea that I haven't tried yet. Okay. A new idea that I haven't tried yet, sure. The Page is a newcomer in a realm of ideas and is standing on new ground, metaphorically, as it pertains to the realm of the mind, okay? It's not a prognostication card. It's more of a set of instructions, but it's also potentially a little bit of a warning about Georgie. I don't know of Georgie, but sometimes this card connects to an idea of somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Do you feel me? What can you say about a Page? Well, they're on their way to becoming queens and kings, even knights, but they aren't there yet. And sometimes there's some insecurity attached to this card in the realm of the mind. So what can that mean for you? Well, it can mean that you might need to step in and show this kid what they need to be what they need to see, so that you can get them to do what you want them to do. Can you lead this situation, lead this Page to a better place of confidence? That might be the advice attached to that I'm gently suggesting. How can you do next card? What is that question, honey? Oh, look what's on the bottom of the deck. Now, I'll give that to you as a gentle suggestion of success. Oh, Stephanie, I gotta do you now. Good morning, Beck. Beck, how's it going with that beautiful baby? How's baby Remington? Stephanie. Stephanie's got an open next to their name, which means that they went ahead and pressed that fan club button over there. If I see that, I know that I have to prioritize those sweet, sweet souls who are supporting Tarot Morning Wisdom every single time they do it. Stephanie, how are you doing, Queen? Stephanie's question is as follows. Does Howie think about me or miss me? Will he approach me? Stephanie plus Howie, huh? Thank you, T. I appreciate that. Does Howie think about... I'm just trying to read the sentence in the right intonation, Stephanie. Bear with me. Does Howie think of me or miss me? Will he approach me? Tell me everything I need to know about Howie, please. God, I can't get enough thinking about Howie. Is Howie coming my way? Oh, Stephanie. Everybody gather around Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're clearly strung out a little bit on this Howie person. Oh gosh, I can't stop thinking about Howie. Is he thinking about, are they thinking about me? Do they miss me? My goodness gracious. Let's find out what the cards have to say about you plus Howie. What's it equal? Howie! Okay, look, Stephanie. Can you take a deep breath with me? Everybody gather around Stephanie right now. You're worried about Howie. Howie is obviously not in the picture right now. If I'm wrong about Stephanie, then you can let me know. But I'm sensing I am right about that. And guess what card dropped? It is the card of required growth, Stephanie. It is the card of, yes, that's right, confirmation that it's happening. If indeed this is leading that way, Stephanie, I don't know your ins and outs of the situation. I can't rightly say what precisely is going on between you and Howie, but I think this is the second time you've come through and asked about this person. And here the cards are saying something about, it might be time to face facts here and grow through this situation to find yourself in a different place. Now, of course, when you see this card and you know the first thing about this deck, it's very easy to have the reaction of like, oh no, oh Christ, oh God, you know, like oh, it's a disaster, it's a disaster, it's a disaster. No, 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 Stephanie, it's not a disaster. It's a marvelous catastrophe. That's what Alejandro Jodorowsky would call it. And ultimately, what you see inside of here is some form of massive transformation that is leading you to a place of newfound authenticity of soul and spirit, where you will be able to grasp yourself in a new and more profound way. That star card energy living inside of this building, and that star card energy is being released in this process that, yes, can hurt. And trust me, Stephanie, I live here. All right, I'll say this. Do I live here anymore? I'll just say that's an open question right now. I don't know if I feel like I live there right now. I'm just gonna be blunt about that. But I have lived here for months and months and years on end, in and out of my life, inside of difficult transformational moments. And I can tell you right now, don't get alarmed by that fiery window. It's fine in there. You get used to it. But then you understand that you've got to move through it. You gotta move through it. Eventually you have to say goodbye to this. Let it fall around you. And feel yourself blossom anew. It's as simple as that, Stephanie. I hope that hits for you. You gotta let us know how it goes with you and Howie. And remember that we are all your friends here, and that we will be here to support whenever you need us. I appreciate you, Stephanie. You know that. Thank you for bringing your Howie question. Okay, Claudia, get over here, Claudia. Claudia's got an open next to their name, and it made it instantly easy for me to see. How do I get an open next to my name, phones? Well, you just got to click the fan club button up there. And yes, I realize that that's some form of strange investment of TikTok bucks. I don't really understand how the fake money works up here. I'll be perfectly honest. Because we're doing this for free, friend. Put your wallets away. We're throwing cards at your questions for free. But that said, if I see that fan club button there, I just have to at least make thank you back. Yeah, I got to make some form of an attempt to to prioritize that, right? And therefore, I stare into, I lost your question in the chat, I'll admit it, Claudia, there it is. Is it over for good between N and I? Oh, Claudia, everybody gather around Claudia. Claudia, I'm sorry that you're in this moment of frustration and or heartbreak around you and N. Is there a long story to be told between you and N, Claudia? Are we staring at a chapter that's at the very end of the book, potentially, Claudia? Who hasn't been there? Who hasn't been there, Claudia? We've all walked through that fire. What I'm gonna do, Claudia, as we hold this question in our hearts, so like whether it's all over between you and N, I'm gonna just gently crack the door open also to the deck, offering you a piece of advice on how you can hold it together. How can you hold it together inside as you might be facing a transformation of your own in this moment? I hope not. I hope you're getting what you want. I want you to get what you want, Claudia. But I also want you to get what you need, Claudia. All right, let's find out what this deck has to say. Ah, okay, I'm taking that as the deck leapt out of my hands there, so I'm going to trust that. Claudia asks, is it over between N and me? Deck says, well, you know what, Claudia? I've seen worse cards. The Palesatau. Thank you, Palesatau. Claudia, you caught the Two of Wands here. Now, is this a card that screams, it's over between N and you? Not really. It really doesn't. What it suggests is, A, above all things, Claudia, if you take one, hey, Heather Nunya, if you take one piece of advice away from this card, Claudia, the deck is saying something about needing to bring it back down to basics, and rebalance that passion between you two, okay? Seriously, if you want this to live, you gotta bring it down to simple, and you gotta keep it, well, not keep it, you've gotta find a way to rebalance it so that you can rebuild upward from there. And yes, within Pamela Coleman Smith's beautiful artwork, you'll see somebody who's got a future in mind. Somebody who's staring out at a beautiful horizon and saying, where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Are they staring backward at the, at the debris strewn path that we've been walking upon up until now? No. We're not looking in the back. We're not looking in the rearview mirror here. We're looking towards a future, and we're looking at it optimistically. But above all things, I want you to take away from the idea that you need to just make sure that you are properly in balance with this person, within going forward, one way or another, all right? Because obviously, that's exactly what ends up killing off most relationships is balance issues. Whoop. We don't want that for you. And okay, Claudia, I looked at the bottom of the deck. This also suggests something. The devil card, don't be alarmed by that, by the way. There's no reason to be like, oh, Christ, oh no, the devil. First of all, it's on the bottom of the deck. You didn't pull this card. But whenever I see something like that on the bottom of the deck, I just got to bring it forward. Scan for ways to set yourself free from the godless material here, from the divinity-free material, from the useless that is so good at making itself feel essential. Remember that these people are opting in to hang out with this strange little cat-faced, ram-horned, bat-winged person, all right? Then they don't have to. Well, your baby got the devil card and he's thriving, but that was a different context, Beck. Sometimes the deck's allowed to have fun, and that was one of those times. For those who don't know, everybody say hello to Beck in the chat. Beck just had a beautiful new baby boy, Remy or Remington. And thankfully Remy is thriving. But we sat and we drew a card for Remy, and you will never guess which card dropped. A little devil. Nothing wrong with that, right? Chimera Moon, right? Queen Abnia. Right, Autist Nick? Okay, Autist Nick, you've been kind and you've been patient. I recognize that you've been asking your question, and I want to do it. How is my relationship with A? Okay, Autist Nick. Let's get in there and find out what the cards have to say, Autist Nick. How you doing, Autist Nick? Are you good? Talk to me, Autist Nick. What's the rumpus? Are you good, Autist Nick? Hey, Chimera Moon, it's wonderful to see your username as always. I hope you're well. Anxious. Fair enough. Nine of Swords energy coming from Autist Nick. Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and A. Autist Nick's like, how's things going between me and A? You had a lingering, oh, that's interesting, Autist Nick. Hang in there, everybody gather around Autist Nick. You got a lingering body tension. Ambria, I'm sorry, it's hard to see your name when you don't ever hit a heart or sign up for anything. I will try to get to you, trust me. I'm doing my best. Autist Nick asks, how are things doing? How are things going between me and A? What can I know? Well, interesting, Autist Nick. Here comes a rather loud response to your question from the major arcana of the tarot deck that I'm holding in my hand. The Charioteer is here to talk to you, Autist Nick. Yo! What does that mean? Autist Nick, what this means is, archetypally, that the symbol dedicated to the idea of driving a situation, of leading a situation towards that which you desire, has showed up right now to ask you a question about your relationship with it. I don't know, Autist Nick. How's it going? Where do you want it to go? Where do you want it to go? Is what this Charioteer would certainly be asking if they were handed the microphone right now. Where do you want to go? Let's figure that out. Autist Nick says, you want to clarify? I'll throw you one. Clarifier is, how can we find some real, beautiful balance inside of the realm of passion? How can we reach a sweet spot in the realm of creativity, procreativity, and spirituality? That's what that 8 is there to describe, and strength, ultimately. And Autist Nick, I'll remind you that strength in the context of this deck is not the strength of exerted power over someone. It's the strength of acceptance and peace. It's the placid strength of life force emanating into this universe, all right? So don't misinterpret anything in the realms of the 8s as an invocation to exert. Meanwhile, this charioteer is here to say, it's time to guide. It's time to guide a situation forward, if you can. And if you can't guide this specific situation forward, then you need to guide yourself towards some form of empowerment here, Audisnick. You cannot sit around and ask, like, passively, you know, basically you're just praying for a solution to arrive on your doorstep, and the charioteer is directly here to say, that bleep ain't gonna work. All right, Audisnick? Let us know how it goes. Friends, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Put your wallets away. Let's see here. Whoa, that's complicated. Come here, Shawnee. I gotta pull this one out of the chat because I've not seen this question before. Where? I lost it. I'll find it again. Shawnee, how you doing, Queen? My name is Open Phones. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. And you've got a banger. Will Alex and I be together again if I'm not pregnant? Shawnee, are you pregnant? Do you know whether you're pregnant? Have you asked whether you're pregnant? Shawnee and Alex, huh? Shawnee and Alex. Let's find out what the cards have to say about your energy, Shawnee and Alex, as you ask whether or not you will be together with Alex if you're not pregnant. Which, are you pregnant, is my first question, Shawnee. Do we know that one way or another? Here we go. Shawnee says, what about me and Alex? What if I'm not pregnant? Is he gonna bolt? Well, the cards are here, in this case, to talk to you about what it means to achieve some form of stability across each and every sector of your life. The emotional sector. Hey, let's get it stable. The intellectual sector. Hey. Let's calm the mind here. You're not sure, but we think I am pregnant. Well, Queen, first of all, the Emperor would insist that you need to be sure, obviously. Everybody, give Shawnee a preemptive round of applause for finding out whether they're pregnant. Hello. And also, I'll say this. Now, the Emperor is in charge of something in the Major Arcana. The Emperor is in charge of making something real. So, obviously, this Emperor may be connecting to the idea of you, yes, really being pregnant. I like that. I mean, it seems like you're not opposed to that. And so I'm offering that to you simply as a layer to this. And yes, thank you, Sabrina. I would just encourage you to find out one way or another, reminding you that these cards are not medically accepted forms of pregnancy test. But you asked whether or not this person's going to bolt on you if you're not pregnant. And you see stability inside this card. You see utter stability, Shawnee. So if you want to answer that question with this card, I would suggest that the answer is yeah, Alex will stick around. Alex will stick around. The Emperor would suggest just that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all positive news. I would just, hey, Shelly Hill, I would simply beg you on hands and knees to get the up or down vote from yes, some form of a pregnancy test. Please, by all means, share with us the little plus or minus symbol that you get. Maybe you can even do it while we're still on the air. Wouldn't that be exciting? A pregnancy test done on the air. I'm not saying we would show it visually, don't worry. But I would love to have us all sit in total suspense while we wonder whether or not somebody is with child. That would be very interesting. Now, Jacqueline, who has literally saved my life up here today by becoming moderator and helping to corral everybody into productive modes, I will be proud to answer your question right now and say, well, first I'll repeat your question, which is, are my boyfriend's views on me working at the nighttime dance place? Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. JM, fellas, what are we talking about here? Slow down, everybody. Everybody gather around Jacqueline. This is an interesting question. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? Let me see if I'm getting this right, Jacqueline. First of all, everybody go follow J.M. Phillips, aka Jacqueline. If you like high quality tarot reading, that's the place you're going to want to visit. All right, trust on that one. Jacqueline throws fire up there, and you need to go experience that. But only if you like high quality stuff. Do not follow J.M. Phillips if you're not interested in high quality stuff. You will be bored to tears. But, like I say, we're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to answer this question. Are my boyfriend's views on me working at the nighttime dance place changing? That's a very complicated question, JM. Are my boyfriend's views on me working at the nighttime dance place? And I'm assuming we're talking about a nighttime ballerina school of some kind. Or maybe it's like one of those old-timey ballrooms. I don't know. It's an old-timey ballroom. The nighttime dance place. I like that for you. I like that for you. Midnight ballerina, that's great. Whatever it is, there's a nighttime dance place out there. I'm all for dancing. Of many kinds, anyway. Let's find out what the cards say about whether or not your boyfriend's views are changing. I'm cutting over here for a moment because I need to stretch my lower back. Are we ready, sports fans? J.M. Phillips asked, are my boyfriend's views changing about whether or not I should go work at the nighttime dance place? Well, let's find out what the cards say. J.M., I don't have to tell you as a fellow tarot reader that this is a card of ultimate positivity. No, my poor chat. There's no poor chat here. There is simply a well-organized and understanding chat. Thanks to you, JM. Now, what do we have here? We have the Sun card dropping, which suggests something around deep positivity, as I don't have to tell you. Divine positivity. This same chaos happens in my lives, so I'm immune to it. Well, I appreciate you, JM. The beautiful Sun card is dropped. And that's so wild. This is a card of action, JM. I mean, I don't have to tell you. It's like the energy that feeds the universe self. He's been shifting, been doing a ton of persuasion spell work. He's been shifting, and you've probably been doing a ton of persuasion. Some of us thrive on chaos, and I'll say that. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Thomas. Well, JM, this definitely hits. I hope that like this, I can't find a way into this that doesn't say you get to do what you get what you want out of this. You did lots of sweetening and kitchen spells. Well, look, it's working then. Like, divine power is in your corner, and you are growing that which you wish to grow. Knowing that you are engaging like the world in that way and the esoteric world in that way really connects that to me, in my opinion. Like, this is the cards like getting in your face about that and saying it's working, keep doing it, keep having breakthroughs, JM, and Jesus God, well, let us know how it goes. Let us know how it goes at the Midnight Ballerina School for Ballerinas, aka the Nighttime Dance Place. What did I do with one thing? Hey, Carrie. Good morning, everybody. April Masters. How you doing, April? Hey, Goldie. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. You ask your questions in the chat. I read them. If you want to increase your chances of being seen... And wait, where's that sweet person that was so patient? Astria, is that your name? If you're still here, raise up. I want to do you. Hey, Techella. I'm not trying to avoid you. But you may not be here anymore because it does sometimes take time. If you want to increase your chances of being seen and read, you just click the fan club button and I will see... There you are, Umbria. Get over here. Umbria, thank you for your patience. You have been so sweet and so patient, and I just want you to know that I value that, and I am not trying to blow you off ever. I want to do your questions. So, hi, Umbria. My name is Open Phones. Welcome to Tarot Morning. Your question is as follows. Does my SP still love me? I miss him. Your SP, Umbria? Oh my goodness. Let's find out. Nella, I love you, but chances are I'm not going to get to a second question if everybody's still banging away up here. And especially if, Thank you, Carrie. Okay, and I gotta go. Tekla. Thank you, Tekla. Let's see here. Does my SP... what is it again? God dang it. I lost the bleeping thing. I'll find it. Oh, gosh. And then why can't this chat just be like 1 more centimeter wider? Your SP. I remember that. It's your... oh, thank you. Thank you. That's why. Thank you, JM. Does my SP still love me? I miss him. I'm sorry that you're in a place where you're missing somebody. That hurts. That hurts. I can admit it. Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and your SP. Here it comes. Here it comes, Umbria. Umbria. Look, we don't sugarcoat the cards up here on Tarot Morning Wisdom. That's not the way we do this. Cards come through, we read the cards, and that's what's about to happen to you. Umbria, this card does not suggest something necessarily about what your SP is doing or not doing, but it's saying something directly to you, Umbria, about, potentially anyway, the need to turn the page here. It's the 10 of Swords, Umbria. And whenever you see the 10 of Swords, you have a choice, essentially. You can either choose to view it like a photograph on the wall and see, essentially, a dead body on a beach, pin-cushioned to death by 10 swords. Great. Or you can understand it as verbal and as an expression of something coming to a cyclical crescendo and then moving on. What if you can view these 10 swords as exclamation points at the end of a sentence, all right? What if you can view this card not as an expression of failure, but as an expression of moving on? Look at that sunset that's about to dawn. Look at that sunset. Sunset? Sunrise, sorry, my bad. Look at that sunrise that's about to dawn. You've got to think about it in terms. Buttery flaky! Umbria, is this hitting for you? I'm saying this with love. It might be time to see about simplifying the matters of your mind right now and moving upward and outward and setting yourself free from a situation that is no longer serving you. Okay? We're here for you one way or another. You're sad now? No, I understand. I understand, Umbria. But understand as well that you are only saving yourself here. You're saving the future version of yourself that, once these swords are clear, will be free to go forth and find that which you actually need that will actually serve you and help you blossom into the person that you are already in the process of blossoming into. And as Rachel very much accurately just expressed, that means someone else is out there that is better for you. And again, I'm not trying to turn you away from your sadness. I think you need to spend time in that sadness. You need to live through that sad moment and feel that loss and embrace it. And when you reach into yourself, don't try to push that away. Try to draw that closer and try to comfort yourself in this moment and say, oh man, that hurts. Man, do you know who I have compassion for in this moment? Me. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. But in the realm of the mind, which is so capable of torturing us at every given turn, this card is begging you to seek resolution and simplification. And one way to do that is to think about what you need in your quietest, truest moment within, all right? Umbria, we're here for you. Okay, Umbria, you're adding something. We live together and we've broken up, but he's my best friend and I want to keep him. I understand. Also, Umbria, that's a very tricky and difficult situation you found yourself in. This is the realm of the mind. This is the realm of the mind, and at the very basic level here, it's saying something to you about needing to simplify things. I think you hear me, Umbria, honestly, and I am here to wish you all the luck in the world, all right? We're with you. Don't forget us. Come and let us know how it goes, okay? Oh, and look who's in the chat right now. Rachel says, I'm in the same situation right now. Message me and we can talk. Rachel, that's so sweet. Come here, Rachel. I'm doing your question next. Now, I gotta reach over here for a drinky poo of water. All right. Now, Rachel, thank you for that, Rachel. That's incredibly kind. Who has a better community up here than the Tarot Morning Wisdom community? My goodness gracious. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. JM, you're incredible. Umbria, you rock. Know that you carry the strength. It's the worst, Rachel says. Dan is not my ex, but I'm living with them, though. Ay, ay, ay. Get in here, Rachel. Rachel and Dan, we've already kind of cracked open the fourth dimensional wall around this relationship, if I am not mistaken. Hey, Selena, how you doing? Let's see what the cards have to say on this Wednesday. May, what is it again? May 27th, 2026. Jesus. Time be flying, friends. I'm not a fan of that every day, but it is true. Does Dan intend to move this relationship forward, or is he only here for support and encouragement? Oh, Rachel. JM says, I lived with my ex for 1 week after our breakup. Well, that's good for you. Thank you, JM. 6 months, Rachel. And you're wondering if Dan is... What's going on with this Dan person? Is he just out there with his hand out? Is he just taken for Dan, Rachel? Ugh. Rachel, we don't want to see this Dan situation blossom into a quicksand pit, completely made up of Dan energy. Sweet Rachel, 6 months. That's half a year, Rachel. Half a year. Okay, no, wait. Stop everything. He's a good dude. Dan energy. Okay, I'm not gonna trash. Oh wait, look, Carrie says that they broke up with their live-in boyfriend in 2020 during the quarantine. Sweet Jesus. Oh, I see. Rachel's adding some detail here, and suggests us and tells us that Dan just doesn't like that I live with my ex. Oh, I see. But that, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Does Dan trust you, sweet Rachel? Does Dan trust you is a good question to just ask passively here. I'm going to return to your question real quick, just so I can get it crisply. Does Dan intend to move this relationship forward, or is he only here for support and encouragement? Well, does that sound... Well, Rachel, the way that you frame that makes me arch a small eyebrow at the idea of Dan in your world. I don't want to think of Dan as being a taker. All right, let's find out what the cards have to say about whether or not Dan is going to... move it on forward, relationship-wise. Know what I'm saying? Shanae, I'll be honest. It's going to take me a long time to get to a question 2 for anyone here. There's a lot of new questions in there, but I love you, and don't think I'm ignoring it. Rachel and Dan. Is Dan... Okay, wait. Rachel, there's more plot. I think he is giving. I think I heard him. Well, Rachel, I'm sorry. Let's just find out what the cards have to say as it pertains to you and Dan. What's the Rachel and Dan situation? Anyway, what's the Rachel and Dan situation? Okay. 7 swords now, Rachel. Now, what does this mean? Whenever we see this card, we know that we are being shown the realm of the mind, aka the realm of the swords, and we are being shown somebody who is, being active in the realm of the mind, the realm of the swords, but they're not doing it in a way that is protecting them, even though they think they might be doing something positive in the moment. The thing that I always want to pull forward out of the artwork here is that this person who is being strategic, yes, and thinking that they're moving towards what they want, yes, is doing so with bare hands on cold blades. Ouch. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a version of this card that Pamela Coleman-Smith drew where blood was gushing from the hands of this person. Because ultimately what you see here, as it connects to the charioteer and the idea of like being divinely inspired towards that which you wish to attain, driving your universe, is that you can get caught up in an idea that this is a version of driving your universe, but it's a version of driving your universe that is based upon ultimately self-harm. And we don't want that. We don't want sneaky swords, right, Sabrina? So whenever you see this card, like, I think, well, I'll say this. Whenever I see this card, the first thing, yes, LL. Hey, LL, how you doing? Whenever I see this card, I have to scan myself immediately and make sure that I'm not trying to wear a mask in a situation that I am, you know what I mean, that I'm not trying to outsmart a situation. Because, or that I'm not trying to outsmart a situation in a way that is making me behave in an inauthentic manner. Because this card, as a reminder, is, okay, what you're saying, he thinks he's protecting himself from being overly involved. Okay, one way or another, this is a card aimed at you also, Rachel, and at the idea of taking a form of control. Yes, Shelley Hill, yes you can. Thank you for your patience, Shelley Hill, with your open next turn. So Rachel, yeah, don't forget that this is here for you too. So how can you take control and be the charioteer here in the realm of the mind and not allow either Dan to injure himself or you in the matter? Because it sounds like you really care about Dan. Look, you really do. On the bottom of the deck is the 6 Cups, the card of pure love. Card of pure love. Take the lead if you can. Take the lead if you can here. And clean it up if you can in the realm of the mind. And see if you can't just like create some clarity in the situation. It seems like there might be a lack of clarity. Now, hold everything. I wanted to get to, yes, you, Shelley Hill. How you doing, Shelley Hill? Shelley Hill, thank you. Hey, Jody. Hey, Kundrat. Hey, Athena Magica. Is that right, Noah? I'm curious about that. Thank you, JM. JM moderating like an absolute professional. Oh, Shelley Hill, you're awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Queen. Shelley Hill, can I offer you a card of the day, please? May I please, sweet Shelley Hill? Here it comes. Shelley Hill, friend of Tarot Morning Wisdom, friend and ardent supporter. Your card for this Wednesday, May 27, 2026, is as follows. Oof, Shelley Hill. What's going on that's gonna bring the Hermit to the table here? The Hermit energy has come dropping in with its lamp of wisdom, with its rod of stability, with its cowl of protection. All of those things are okay. Shelley Hill, thank you. Shelley Hill, thank you for clarifying that right out the gate. That definitely changes the way I read this card. I'm sorry that you're going through grief right now, Shelley Hill. I feel like who here can give Shelley Hill a little bit of support and comfort in this moment where they're walking through the fire of grief? Shelley Hill, I'm with you there. It's a tough road. It's a long road. And, yeah, it can be a little bit lonely inside of that road. Yes, it can. This card is 100% familiar with, oh my God, Shelley Hill, I am so sorry to hear that. On April 25th, just to let you know that you're not alone. Last year, 2025, I lost my own mother on April 6th. And so I know exactly where you might be at right now. It is a tough moment, Shelley Hill. Tough moment. This card comes forward in this tough moment to suggest that even as you are in this, it is your responsibility to yourself to endure. You must endure. You must do everything you can inside of yourself to take care of yourself. A, B, and C, all combined. A, B, and C. Remember that the number 9 inside of this is active card. You always need to be reminded that when you are in grief, you are in an act of exertion, even if you're lying on the floor just crying. You are burning energy, all right? You are growing. Every tear that you shed is a tear that you are using to feed yourself as you grow into a new form of power and strength, a form of power and strength that I suspect your mother would want for you, all right? There's a before and there's an after when things like this drop. There's a before times and there's an after times. The goal here, according to the Hermit, is to make sure that you never forget that the after times are going to put you on stronger ground. You will have survived something. You will have found yourself anew in a new form of strength through an experience of this kind of pain. It's not going to necessarily be the easiest road. It's not supposed to be the easiest road. But what you are earning inside of here is elementally powerful. And remember here that, like, once you have walked through this fire, you will be holding that lantern and that staff and that cowl, and you will be able to guide others through when you find them in need of such guidance. Also, I would say that this card is interpretable as a form, like, if I were just going to boil it down to a message for you, Shelly Hill, it would be like, don't be afraid to find people that can help guide you. Okay? Do not be afraid to seek out this wisdom in the world if you feel like you are having difficulty attaining it yourself. All right, Queen? We can all be a part of that for you, Shelly Hill. We're here as a support system of sorts, the way that the internet generates those kind of things, you know. But be sure to seek that kind of help out in the real world also, just in case you need to be reminded that that's a smart thing to do. One way or another, Shelly Hill, you know that we are with you, and I am so sorry that you're only a month out of that. Just, like, I don't know if I even have a specific memory from the month after. You know what I mean? It's really a haze that one walks through. Stay strong, Queen, and know that we're here for you, Shelly Hill. Thank you for bringing that to the table and being so upfront about it. I'm grateful to have a chance to talk about that. And you know that I'm here for you, and as are we all. All right, Queen? Stay strong. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. We're here to throw questions at these cards. Oh, Psychic Luna, I will block you if you do that. Do you hear me? I know that the chat's already blocking you. But what you're doing is irritating. And I just need you to know that. Thank you. Samantha's here. Thank you, JM. I don't understand the rationale people are trying to spam the chat like that. Bleeping Samantha. Everybody, say hello to Samantha. Longtime friend of the Tarot Morning Wisdom universe. My goodness gracious. Hi, Nisio. Anish, you're here. You know what, Anish? I'm just going to jump in on that. Anish, how you doing? My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards to your questions for free. And you got a one that caught my eye. I'm just going to do it. Will I find true love this summer? Anish. My goodness. Hey, Mona. I'll get to you, Mona, next. Thank you. Oh, Carrie. AKA Samantha, I got to get to you, too. Thank you. I apologize. I know, Carrie, you've been waiting around. Anish. Will I find true love this summer? Anish. What do you think? Anish? True love, though. All right. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Thank you, Carrie. Anish says, will I find true love this summer? Cards say, Anish, we don't know whether you're going to find true love this summer, but what this deck would like you to do is make sure that you are placing yourself in a position of deep strength and power in the realm of the real. All right, we're in the realm of the pentacles here. That's not the card of romance. That's not the suit of romance necessarily. It's the suit of the material world, Anish. And whenever I see this suit, the first thing I generally will say about it is that you need to think first and foremost about your physical health. All right, how can you make sure that you are standing tall and strong inside of your physical health? There's Shelly Hill, thank you. Anish, do you feel me? Now, what else do you see here, Anish? You see somebody who's comfortable inside of their material world by themselves. This person's not sitting around pining for true love, Anish. No, they're staring at their rare exotic bird. They're wearing their falconer's glove, Anish. Strength, Anish. Confidence, Anish. Self-love, Anish. All of those things are what again? Magnetic. They make you into this beautiful, shining beacon, Anish. That's going to inevitably bring exactly what you want to your door. The one thing you can say about this beautiful woman is that they are not out worrying about whether anybody is seeing them for what they are. They know it. They have utter confidence. And that confidence, Anish, is earned. And it's earned by active growth. hence the number 9. So, there is your recommendation for your summer as you seek, yes, true love. I wish you all the luck in the world, Queen. I want you to have all the true love you can handle. All right? Now, I know I missed it. First of all, I gotta go find Carrie. Carrie, get over here, Carrie. Boop-a-doo-doo, because Carrie, you've been mega patient. Carrie, can you please restate your question into the chat? Because I know that you, and Mona, you too. Mona and Carrie and Mona. Carrie, what is your question, sweetie? Do you have one, or are you simply looking for a card? And then Mona, you also raised your hand. Hi, Grace, how you doing? Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. Grace, my name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Caitlin, how you doing, Caitlin? Na, 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 na. Hey, oh, I'll add this. Oh, there it is. Carrie, thank you. Carrie asks, will Michael come visit me this summer? I wonder. Let's find out what the cards have to say about whether or not Michael is going to come visit you this summer. I hope so, if that's what you want. Let's find out what we got going on here. Around Carrie and Michael. Your fingers are crossed. Now, I'll remind you, Carrie, that this is not a giant fortune teller's ball sitting in my lap right now. I'm not staring into the crystal going, oh, Carrie, I'm going to definitively answer that one for you. You can go straight to Vegas with these odds. No, I'm going to give you a piece of fourth dimensional advice that's going to hopefully help you to tune your spiritual instrument for the success that you desire. Oh, never mind. Oh, Carrie, and then I say all of that, and the Lover's card drop. Well, why argue with the major arcana when it seems to want to talk to you directly and does not require my services in this moment whatsoever? Hey, does Adam or Eve answer your question? Carrie. Oof, Carrie. And on the bottom of the deck, it's the Star card. What does that mean, Carrie? It means, yeah, you should take it as a giant yup. And also be reminded that the Star card never ever wears a mask. The Star card doesn't need any armor whatsoever. The Star card can trust the universe that the universe is there to protect the Star card. Stay inside of that authenticity at all costs, sweet, my brain just went, poof, Carrie, thank you. Carrie? Will you please come back and let us know how it's going with you and Michael? JM, thank you, you rock. My goodness gracious. Mona, where are you, Mona? Mona, what's your question, Mona? Mona, are you going to ask another question about, remind me. Who's your love interest, Mona? Oh my God, Carrie, thank you. Isaac, thank you. I could not remember. Mona and Isaac, is there any update, sweet Mona? You're not? Okay, good. Well, or good, bad, or indifferent. How can we be of service, sweet Mona? Everybody say hello to Mona, please. Everybody say, hi, Mona. Hi, Star, how you doing? Oh, Sabrina, you are incredible. Sabrina, do you have a question for these sweet cards? Hi, Mona. Sweet Mona. Sam, how you doing, Queen? Oh, Samantha. Okay, I'll throw you a card, Sabrina, you know that. And Kamara, I'll get to you too. Hey, Sim, how you doing? What's up, MJ Applehead? What's up, MJ Applehead? Friends, if you got it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I've been told by the algorithm that Daddy Algorithm loves that, so... Okay, there we go, Mona. Thank you. Mona keeps it simple up here on Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards at your questions for free. Mona says, do the cards have any advice for me? Well, you know, Mona, they got 78 different versions of advice for you. Let's find out which one you're going to get today. Here we go. Mona asks, what's the advice of the day? And the cards say... Mona, it's a loud card. very loud card. How can you confer with the sweet goddess of justice in this moment? What does that mean? Holy smoke, it seems important. Yeah, it's a little important. The goddess of justice is here to say, it's time to rebalance this entire situation to your benefit, sweet Mona. How do we do that? Well, first things first, step one, we grab our sword of truth. That's right, the goddess of justice is brandishing a sword. That's the sword of truth. That's the sword of accuracy. That's the sword of absolute clarity of vision. And it's a sword that will not be fooled. That does not allow for self-obfuscation. No, no, no. No, no, no. This is a goddess insisting on seeing things for what they are. And this is a goddess that's insisting on accurately weighing the situation and making sure that the situation is balanced to our benefit. Using, yes, judgment. Mona, is there a way that you can reach yourself, reach for this balance and this clarity within yourself? Hey Mars, how you doing, Mars? It's good to see your name here. That's what this goddess is asking. But I'm tired. Can't it be so? Mona, everybody gather around Mona for a minute. Queen, do I not know that feeling? The I'm tired feeling. Oh, who here has not been at a point where they're just like, Jesus Christ, where is the break? I know. It's not always going to be easy to occupy this throne. And this throne, ultimately, you just have to remember, is here to save you from future work. You want to step away from the goddess of justice? Go for it. Find out how much extra work you're going to be doing down the road. Living in a world of illusion, I love it. I could do it all day long, right? Until it becomes time to pay the piper. And then, guess who's going to be waiting for you? And the scales are just going to be even more out of balance. It's better at the end of the day to do the work when the work needs to be done than to push it off for a future that you know is going to be waiting for you and only getting more aggressively needing to be dealt with. Don't forget, Mona, it's okay to take the break and regain a bit of energy. You don't have to burn yourself down to the ground here. But certainly, do not allow yourself to lapse into illusion, okay? I beg thee. And we're here for you, Mona. We're here for you. You know that, Mona. We're here for you, Queen. You gotta stay strong for us. How about that? Stay strong for the Tarot Morning Wisdom crew. We're here for you, happiness. Are you good, Mona? I hope you are. All the happiness for all, right, Sabrina? That's right. Let's see here. My goodness gracious. Now, Kimmy, you've been patient. Come here, Kimmy. I want to do Kimmy right now because Kimmy's doing a simple one. Will Chucky ask me to marry him? Oh, Chelsea Rose, thank you. That's a great way to have your question read by me. By pressing that fan club button, I will do everything I can, I promise you, to read your question because you've taken a step toward me in that instance, and I want to take a step toward you. Kimmy, you've been generous. I see you've been giving us hearts. Will Chucky ask me to marry him? Irritating phone call away. Sorry, I'm sure that disrupted my stream. Let's find out what we got here. Right, Kimmy? Right, Kimmy? You want Chucky to ask you to marry him? Is that what we're looking for, Kimmy? Do we want that? Chucky the bride? Bride of Chucky? Is Chucky gonna ask Kimmy to marry him or not? Well, look who's back, Kimmy. Look, Kimmy. Kimmy. This is not necessarily a card that screams congratulations on your impending marriage. There are cards in the deck that do scream that sometimes, gently. I mean, I'm not going to say that there's 100% slam dunk cards in any one of these directions, but what this card is pulling you towards, Kimmy, ultimately is a sense of deep self-empowerment, okay? You got to connect, yes, to your health. You got to actively take full manifested control of your health. You've got Mrs. Alex Danger. How you doing, Queen? Kimmy, You've got to find a way to connect to your own deep sense of power that has zero to do with the Chuckies of the world, good, bad, or indifferent. Because once you do, then you will become that magnetic beacon that will bring that kind of energy right to your doorstep. All right. But this card is essentially a set of instructions and advice. And that sense of advice is to make sure that you're taking absolute care of yourself to the maximum caliber. There's no half measures inside of these nines. I'll tell you that. When you see a 9, you know it's serious business. And this is where you need to take it right now, according to my deck. Hey, Royal James, how you doing? Wait a minute. I think I knew that, Alex Danger, Mrs. Alex Danger. Are you reading cards online on the world's most wholesome and family-friendly app, TikTok? Sweet Mrs. Alex Danger, should we be pushing people towards your account so we can go watch you? Not yet. Well, with the second that you do, Mrs. Alex Danger, you let me know and we will send everybody to your doorstep. I think I noticed that you've been posting tarot stuff, and I am in full support of this. It's your health, Mona. Good. Well, take care of your health. Obviously, that goes for each and every one of us here, myself included. Take care of it. We need each other strong. Can I just underline and emphasize that we need to be strong together, physically strong in this moment where the world self is like careening towards tragedy after tragedy. Stay strong. That's job number one for each and every one. Is we got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy and strong. There's no two ways about that. All right. My wrist is hurting from all of this. And drink coconut water. Okay, get over here, Chimera Moon. You've been so patient. Hi, Chimera Moon. How you doing? How does the rest of my week look? Is there anything exciting or dramatic? And what a great question for the cards. Thank you, Sandra Adi. How you doing, Sandra? Chimera Moon. How does the rest of my week look? Is there anything exciting or dramatic in the mix? Let's find out. Chimera Moon. Just taking a little dipstick read. See if they can expect anything exciting. And well, Chimera Moon. Is this exciting? Is this dramatic? It's the Two of Cups. It's the Two of Cups, Chimera Moon, and I know that you might connect to that kind of energy. You feel that? Look at that. Now, what is that, Chimera Moon? Are we seeing something that's filled with drama? I don't know. Where are we being taken? We're being okay, Mrs. Alex Danger, take it easy. Like, we're being brought to the idea of, first and foremost, Chimera Moon, emotional balance, all right? Don't get too carried away by the artwork until you understand emotional balance is ultimately at the core of this card. Simple. Keep it simple. No, Mrs. Alex Danger, I don't care. As long as I found that funny. All right? But one way or another, it's promising what we see here. We see exactly. We see something being equilibrated on its most basic level so that it can be used to grow upward into an actual birth of energy. All right, that's what those number 2s. Remember, they connect to the priestess, the virgin priestess. It's not the explosive moment where it all happens. It's the required moment where it all begins. And we're in the realm of love. I'm not going to prognosticate you to death here, Chimera Moon. I don't know where this is taking you, but something about the emotional world is being pointed up here, and beginnings are being pointed up here. You got to come back, Chimera Moon, and let us know. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Let us know what happens. Let us know what that card ends up taking. Let us know where that card ends up taking you this week. Okay? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friend. My name is Open Phones. I'm here to answer your questions with these cards for free. Oh my God, Noah, thank you so much. Incredible. Who's got a question for these cards? I know I've got, okay, I'll say this. If you have it in you to press the fan club button, it's going to make it 1,000 times easier for me to see your question, right? Digital hallucination, where the bleep have you been? How you doing, Quinn? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Quinn, what a great question for these cards. It's got a nice open-endedness to it. And it is basically as follows. What would help me the most? What would help me the most? It's nice to see you, Quinn. Quinn wants to know what would help them the most. What would help them the most? Simple. Let's find out what the cards have to say to you, sweet Quinn. Are we ready? Are we set? Sandra, I see you, beautiful Sandra. Thank you. I haven't forgotten. Quinn, what would help me the most? Well, Quinn, yo. Now, Quinn, I don't know exactly where you are at inside of your spiritual path, you know? Like, what up? Like, but like, I don't know if you are on a spiritual path. Let's put it that way. This card hits on that level pretty hard, which is why I just kind of popped into my head to ask. Like, what you see here as a symbol, as an archetype, is the most profound form of transformation that this deck really has to express. It's the pathway to paradise, okay? It's the upward burst of energy that takes someone to Edenic heaven, if you like. You know what I mean? So obviously that's a gargantuan symbol. It's a gargantuan archetypal energy to be inside of that can mean 8 million different things. So I'm offering it to you, and I'm kind of going to let it just sit and understand that you're just being beckoned towards something big and good. Very positive, but very big. So hopefully that hits, Quinn. I hope it does. Oh, Carrie, you're amazing. You got to step away. Carrie, thank you for coming by, and thank you for giving of your time and energy. And Fatima, yes, of course. What is your question, sweet Fatima? I want to get... Oh, there it is. Well, hey, message me soon. Fatima, thank you for your patience. That's wonderful to hear. Yes, digital hallucination. You've got to, like, just keep that in mind as you walk through the next few days. Like, that there's doorways that could be opening. Fatima was like, is AA going to message me soon? I'm like, I don't know. We'll find out. Jeez. Are you ready, Fatima? Are you set? Huh? Let's find out. Let's find out. Fatima, AA, what's the oh my gosh. Well, look, Fatima, this is not a card of prognostication necessarily. Is AA gonna message me soon? Look, the Empress doesn't know what anybody's gonna do in that realm. The Empress is here to show you something. What they're here to show you is what it is to possess a heedless, joyful, creative energy. How can you, Fatima, step into the Empress's heedless, joyful, creative energy across each and every one of the elements of your life, health-wise, in the realm of ideas, in the realm of fiery passion, and in the realm of the heart, all at once? This is the young mother of the major arcana. This is the endlessly productive energy that fuels literally all of universal life, Fatima. It's a big, loud card for you. It's my favorite card in the deck and always will be. And it's for you right now. How can you channel that right now? And how can you be this Empress? How can you be in a state of joyful creation? That's the question that's on the table here. Never forget that this Empress is not passive. This Empress is a constantly, aggressively active force. That's you, Fatima. That's you. How can you be inside of that? That's what this card wants to have answered. Okay, Queen, let us know how it goes, all right? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. If you've got it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I've been told that's very positive and generous of you to do. I would appreciate it. Let's see here. Who has got a question? I know Sandra Adi's got a big question for you. Hey, Sandra, what's up? Are you here? Sweet Sandra? Sweet Sandra, are you here, my queen? What can we do for you today, sweet Sandra? I know that you joined the fan club, and I always see that, and I'm always so grateful. I just want to make sure I'm not missing you. You know what I'm saying, Sandra Adi? There you are. Do you just need a card of the day? Is that what we're after here? Does Sandra Adi require her Tarot Morning Wisdom? Because that's how this works, friends. You need your Tarot Morning Wisdom, you get your Tarot Morning Wisdom. That's right. That's right. Here it comes. I'm shuffling for you. Hey, Susie Garung, how you doing, Queen? If you have a question, hey, Elder Cito, what's up, bud? Sinu is here. Hey, Sinu, how you doing? I am almost ready to pull for you, Sandra. If you got a question, I know you're gonna ask it soon, aren't ya? Right, Nella? Nella, you've been so helpful. Thank you. You want to stay with you? Okay. Want to stay with Joe? Sandra, everybody gather around Sandra Adi. Sandra Adi, the classic, a favorite of the Tarot Morning Wisdom community. You want to stay with Joe, you say, Sandra Adi? Nella, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's read what the cards have to say about you and Joe. Are we ready? Are we set? Sandra and Joe. Well, guess what, Sandra? The cards have a pretty solid recommendation here. This is a positive card that's dropping. It's in the self-love sixes, okay? So it's in the card, it's in the section that we like to label as the section of love. And it's in the real world, okay? It's in the material sphere, as opposed to the sphere of the heart, the sphere of the mind, the sphere of the passionate soul. It is the sphere of getting what you bleepin' deserve, okay? How can you make sure that you're in a balanced situation, Sandra Adi, where what you're seeing here is, first and foremost, you giving the needier parts of yourself, the parts that need something from you, like within yourself, that which they need, so that you internally know that you are taking perfect care of yourself, that you are acting with utter and complete fairness to yourself. That's a starting point. But then if you widen it out a little bit, Sandra, and you say you want to stay with Joe, then great. First and foremost is making sure that there's that sense of trust, balance, and fairness inside of that, in the material sphere, all right? Not in the theoretical spheres of words, but in the actual sphere of action, all right, Queen? However that can hit for you, that's what this card is offering, and I hope that that's helpful to you in this moment, okay? Chelsea Rose, I've seen you cross through. I saw you join the Open Club. I am ready to answer your question. Are you ready to have your question? You're welcome, Sandra. You know I appreciate you. What up, Fire Dancer? Chelsea, please report to the front of the broadcast, sweet Chelsea Rose. Thank you for joining the fan club, sweet Chelsea Rose. I appreciate you for that. My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. I know. Put your wallets away. Put your wallets away. It's not about that. Chelsea, it's not about that. Now, you've got a question for these cards, and it is simple. Are Trey's feelings genuine? Ooh. How do you feel about that, Chelsea Rose? Do you feel like Trey's feelings are genuine when you think inside of yourself? I'm just asking as I shuffle. Everybody gather around Chelsea Rose. Chelsea Rose is dealing with Trey. Trey, option A, sounds great. Okay, we're gonna go with option A. Trey sounds great. And you're feeling good about him. You're feeling good about Trey, him, them. You're feeling good about Trey. Chelsea Rose is feeling great about Trey. Let's just reach into the cards and see what they have to say about this situation. Simple. Chelsea Rose, you ask about Trey. The cards, okay, look, the cards have given us a Five of Swords again, and this card is coming back over and over and over again. Now, this is a card that can be depicting some form of a disappointment in the realm of the mind, but that's not the requirement here, Chelsea Rose. The requirement here is to understand that this is a card suggesting there is a need for leadership in the realm of the mind. All right? What do you have here? You've got the number 5, which can be interpretable as the 4 plus 1. If you do it that way, then you're connecting to two things at once. You're connecting to the Hierophant at number 5, which is the spiritual leader of the deck, right? The one that leads us to divinity. But you're also able to interpret this as an Emperor's energy of basicness. Stability. Such stability. And the ability to manifest what you want. Inside of that, number 4, reaching for that 5th idea and growing towards it, okay? Yes, if you choose to view this as a portrait on the wall and let this card answer your question about you and Trey, you can find your way to it being like, ah, man, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Crap. Maybe. But there's no requirement to do that. And just because Pamela has told one story inside of this artwork doesn't mean that it's every story that's being told. That's important to remember, and especially when you think that the ancient decks didn't have all these pictures all over them. You just saw 5 swords there. What did that mean then? It meant taking stability and reaching upward from there. So do that in the realm of the mind and make sure that you are in an active position of growth as you do this in the realm of ideas. Do not allow your mind to become complicated. Do not hurt yourself with thought. Hey V, how you doing? Importantly, don't allow these swords to become Hey Karenita, how you doing? Do not allow these swords to become unparented in your mind and clang around and stab you and stab you. Keep that bleep simple and controlled and focused on growing upward toward what you desire, okay? One way or another, this card is putting you to work. Let us know how it goes, all right, Queen? Oh, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Karenita is feeling under the weather. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Karenita. I'm feeling great. I'm happy and healthy. I hope everybody here is. Nora, you've been patient. I will throw a card right now, real quick, at your question. Hey, Nora, how you doing? My name is Open Phones. How are you? I think this is your first time here. Nora.ostmo. And you're saying, will I pass my exam tomorrow? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. You got a big exam tomorrow, huh? Oh, everybody, gather around Nora. Let's form a circle of deepest exam powers, brain power galore for Nora. We need to fill Nora with positive brain energy as they tackle their exam. What kind of an exam you taking, Nora? We like to calibrate the circle of brain activity. I don't know, I should really workshop that name, right, Nancy Small? How you doing, Nancy Small? Pathological anatomy, oh Jesus Christ. Everybody, a round of applause to Nora for being smart. I barely even understand what pathological anatomy is. Barely. And with a gun to my head, I'm not 1,000% sure that I would get it right if I were challenged. Thank you, Nancy. So let's start with that. You're brilliant. You've got this, Nora. Oh my God. And you are obviously somebody who doesn't need to be told how smart they are. Let's find out what the cards have to say, reminding you that this is not a giant fortune teller's ball sitting in my lap. I'm not like gonna tell you that that your bicycle's in the basement of the Alamo. No, Nora. I'm gonna give you energy that you can put to work. Hopefully. In this moment where you're facing a big day, big event, you need to be focused. What are the cards gonna give you by way of advice? Never mind, Nora. The cards are just gonna tell you, you've got this, Queen. It's the 4 of Wands, Queen. Ah, thank goodness this is a positive. I love it when the deck just sidesteps all of my prevaricating and says, no, Phones, don't worry. Nora's got this. It's a card of deepest celebration of creative fire, brain power, soul power more. And it's depicting, what's that again? A huge celebration. Nora, take this energy and put it to work tomorrow for you. And will you please, I beg you, come back and let us know how it goes. I want to know how it goes for you, Queen. But know that this card is in your corner, and there's not really a more positive card that could drop here. You are gonna crush this, and I sense that inside of this card. I wish you all the luck in the world. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate you, Queen. I know, Nella. Well, no. I like it when the deck's happy. I like it when the deck's happy. The deck's happy, I'm happy. The deck's sad, I'm not sad. I'm just telling different stories with it. But like so far, we've been getting a hell of a lot. Well, and remember what cards we opened up the whole session with? It was a 2 of Cups. It was a 2 of Cups. Sort of set the tone, did it not? My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. That's right. throwing cards at your questions for free. Sweet Nancy Small. Did you ask a question, Nancy? I'd like the cut of your jib. You've been generous already. You're a long-time watcher. Nancy Small. Mars, how you doing? Where are you, Nancy? Did you ask a question yet, sweet Nancy? I'm chasing you down because I saw... Hey, Sammy Lee. Mars has an... Hey, everybody wish Mars luck on their exam that they have to study for. Yes, Sammy Lee, I'd be proud to give you a card. Are you ready? Nancy, what question can I answer for you as I throw a card on Sammy Lee, a longtime friend and supporter of the broadcast? Hey, Anish, how you doing? Sammy Lee. Your card of the day, sweet Sammy Lee, is as follows. Oh, Sammy Lee. You've been beckoned to the throne of deep psychic power, known as the King of Swords. How can this King of Wisdom help serve you in this moment with the King's active control over the realm of clarity of vision and truth? Remember that this King is not interested in the cups. It's not interested in the fiery, passionate wands. It's not interested in the earthy pentacles. We're talking about the realm of the mind, and we're talking about control. How can that connect to your world right now, Sammy Lee? That's what this card is asking you in this moment. I wish you all the luck in the world. Now, Nancy Small 925. I sense that you're new here. I'm going to say hi. It's great to see you. My name is Open Phones. I'm glad you're here. Here comes an interesting one. And Nancy, I'll just start with this up front. Well, first of all, Nancy Small 925 says, is my new grandbaby a boy or a girl? One I know is a boy. Okay. To keep this simple, Nancy Small 925, you're saying, I want to know the gender of my new grandbaby, boy or a girl. And for some reason, I'm being reminded that we've done a version of this before where I thought the deck was punting, essentially, and refusing to answer. Hey, Nancy Miracle, how you doing? But somebody in the chat was able to help me with that. Let's just find out, honestly. And GM, thank you so much for that. That's wonderful of you. Nancy? I don't know. I should just shut up and throw, right? Let me see what the deck says. Let me just see what the deck says. Before I do a whole song and dance about what these cards can or cannot do. Is Nancy's new grandbaby a boy grandbaby or a girl grandbaby? Let's find out what the cards say, huh? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Nancy asks, what gender? The cards punt. The cards totally punt. And we are offered a page of wands. Now, Nancy, do you see a gender attached to this card? Do you see a girl or a boy? I guess I gently could see a suggestion of a girl inside of this, but it could totally go either way. You see a beautiful, fiery baby being born and inside of a new sense of soulful energy that is positive. All right. I'm looking on the bottom of the deck. All right, look on the bottom of the deck. Yes, there's a gender attached to the star card. But Nancy, just as I would never allow this deck to be willy-nilly deployed as a definitive answer to those kind of questions when they can be scarily answered, like, will I or won't I succeed? And the idea of a no dropping on that is impossible. A star child girl, well, I mean, accept that. I offer that to you, and I hope that that's true. But one way or another, you see nothing but positivity inside of this moment, and I wish you so much luck. And let us know. Maybe the deck gets it right. It's 50-50 chance. I'm not going to try to sell myself to you as like the great seer of gender reveal. As much as every now and then I'm tempted. GM, you've got an open next to your name. Sweet GM, how are you doing? Everybody gather around GM. How you doing, GM? Welcome to Terra Morning Wisdom. Sweet GM, what's going on? Will I see Rich again? Is that your question? Oh, GM, what happened between you and Rich? What's going on? What? Oh, Anish, I want to answer that. I don't want you to do anything. Oh, no, Nancy, it's not even that I'm comfortable, not comfortable. It's just that I would hate to sell you something and then have it not be true and then have you come back and be like, you liar. I mean, you know what I'm saying? These cards. I find them they're at their strongest when we're using them as methods of advice, giving and taking. All right, you feel me? GM, your question is as follows: will I see Rich again? What happened, GM? He went with a third party. Is that how I'm reading that? Sweet GM. Thank you, Sabrina. You're a Hungarian gypsy, Nancy? Well, then I don't have to tell you anything. You tell me. You tell me, Nancy. GM asks if they're ever going to see Rich again, because Rich went with a third party. Aurora, thank you for joining the fan club. I'll get to you ASAP, Aurora. GM, I'm sorry that you're pining. GM, I'm sorry you're pining for Rich. Ay caramba. Here we go. Here's what the cards have to say about you and Rich. Oh my goodness, GM. Buckle up. You know I'm never going to sugarcoat a reading for you, sweet GM. Never, not once. Never, not once. I'm simply going to show you a tower card here. And I'm going to say, this is not the end of the world that you're saying here. It's the beginning. Will I ever see Rich again? He left. They left. Tower cards dropping on that, okay? Guess what? It's going to be okay. It's time to grow through this experience, GM. It's time to push out of this outdated structure and into your own sense of newfound strength and authenticity. It is the marvelous catastrophe, as Jodorowsky himself says. All right, don't play. All right, don't sit here and live inside of this building endlessly and endlessly waiting around for Rich to do this, that, or the other thing. Understand, the Rich situation might have played out its course. I don't know. But this is expressive of a birth canal of sorts, GM, that is offered to you because you are in a process of giving birth to a new form of self, a stronger and more authentic form of self. Do not shy away from this card. Do not let this card become the quicksand pit that you're getting sucked into. Live through it, grow through it, survive it, you will, and move from there, sweet GM. We are with you each and every step of the way. Come here and let us know how it's going. We are here to support you. You've got my support in this. I'm sorry the Rich thing doesn't seem to be working out, but guess what? There might come a point, I'm just gently suggesting this. GM. There might come a point where you look back on the whole Rich thing and you go, thank bleeping God. Yes, GM, you are going to be good moving on. Oh yeah, we'll be good, you moving on. That's right, GM. You've got it. Now, Anish, you've been so patient. Thank you for your patience, sweet Anish. I'm going to do your question now. What's up, Anish? Is this your first time here? My name is Open Phones. Hi. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. GM, don't forget to come and tell us how it's going. How does my XL feel about me currently? How does my ex feel about me currently? Derp. Anish. How do you feel about your ex currently? I'll ask that as I cut these cards. How is it going in the old realm of the heart and mind there around your ex? I'm curious because, this deck is just as likely to aim advice at you as it is to tell you what your bleeping ex is up to. Let's just see how the cards answer this one. Anish asks, how does my ex feel about me? Cards say, okay, I'm just going to give you the interpretation of this card, and you can tell me, hey, Michelle, how you doing, Queen? And you can tell me how, or if it hits, you're being dropped into the Empress realm of the threes. Yes, you are. You're being dropped into the realm of growth and life exploding upward and outward into the universe. Hey, Miss Tree, how you doing? Okay. How does your ex feel about you? Interpretation number one. Work. That's what you see here. You see creative work in the realm of the real, the building of something. Okay? Yeah. Now, you sensed I was kind of joking there. How do you feel? How does the ex feel? Like it's work. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. Thank you, Miss Tree. I appreciate that. You know I do. But if I'm aiming this card at you, as I should, Anish, this card is telling you to get to work on creating something, on materializing something in the realm of the real. Get moving out of the realm of imagination, moving away from the wands. Not away from, but putting the wands to work, putting the heart to work, making the thing that you think about all the time actual in the world. How can you step into that kind of power right now? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what this card is asking. Yup, being with her felt a lot of work, and oh my God, yes, perusing my dream past. Get in there and make something happen in the realm of the real. Maybe it's time to just put other things aside and focus on that creative process. I'll tell you this, you won't be disappointed if you do. You won't be disappointed if you do. We're here for you, and we wish you all luck in the world. Let us know how it goes. And tell me about this music. I want to hear more. You know I love a musician. We are huge supporters of people who create music on this broadcast. Nancy Smalls. Thank you, Nancy Smalls. Now, who here has a question for the cards? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. We're kind of coming down to the end of Vanessa, there's always something interesting going on in your world, isn't there? I want to get to you, Burfin. Let me see here. I'm gonna do Burfin first because I see that you've been generous, Burfin. You've given hearts, and I appreciate that. I truly do. So I'm gonna go. Let's get you in here, and I think you're new here. Hey, Burfin, how you doing? Does Erdy think about reaching out to me? Do you think about reaching out to Erdy, Burfin? I'm shuffling, and I am reaching towards you to find out. Oh, Samantha. Oh my God, Samantha. No, there was no chatting from your 4-year-old, but trust that I kept it family friendly at all times. As is my want. That's why we do that here at Tarot Morning. You never know when a 4-year-old's going to grab a mom's phone. My goodness gracious. Now, Burfin, does Erdy think about reaching out to me? I don't think it would be a good idea to reach out to him, Burfin says. He's mad. All right, then let's just do a quick read on you and Erdy, okay, Burfin? Let's just find out what the cards have to say generally about that before we get it too proscriptive as to who, what, where, when, and why, and all that good stuff. Erdy and Burfin. Burfin and Erdy. What up, Jane Noir? Burfin is worried about Erdy, wondering if they're thinking about him. Hey, Janine Jones. Hey, Jess R. Look, here's what you're going to get as a message here about Burfin. You're being shown something in the realm of emotion. That's true. It's the cups, the suit of emotion. And you're being shown the number 8, which is about strength. That's great. But Pamela Coleman Smith has added a little something here by way of her artwork. And the artwork is saying something about someone stepping away from the known quantities of emotional strength to move toward the realm of the unknown. All right? This is a necessary journey for many of us. To truly know our own strength, we have to step away from the easy. Not even easy. Why would I put it that way? Yes, sometimes easy, but ultimately the known, the already earned trophies of strength in the emotional realm, to discover actual strength or a newfound, how about that, strength within. This suggests somebody who's on a quest outward and inward and in the realm of the heart. This connects somewhere to this whole thing. I mean, what you don't see inside of this is anger. You see something deeply emotional and necessary. Away, though, from the known. So if that connects to your situation, well, there you have your answer. One way or another, I want you to come back and let us know how it goes. Let us know how it goes. And we'll take it from there. I wish you all the luck in the world. Hey, Roos, how you doing? Everybody, go follow Roos. We're trying to recruit Roos for online tarot throwing. I'm not sure if it's happened yet, Go follow Roos. If Roos gets to 1,000 followers, they'll feel morally obligated to stream on TikTok. Thank you, Roos. I'm trying to morally obligate you to stream on the world's most wholesome and helpful app. That's right, TikTok. Am I right, Janine Jones? Am I right, Bright Moon Diva? How you doing, Bright Moon Diva? My goodness gracious. Now, V, I don't want to forget your question in this, of course, because it's unusual. Let me find it in the old chat here. Sweet V, there it is. Is Blad, what's B-L-A-D, huh? Is a Caucasian male neighbor watching me, and why? Vanessa, why do I always feel like I've got to hire security for you? Vanessa, what's going on? Am I seeing the word blonde there? Blonde, is some blonde Caucasian neighbor watching you, and why? Oh, Vanessa. I always feel like I gotta call a security detail out to make sure you're okay, sweet Vanessa. Let's find out what the cards have to say over whether you're being surveilled by your neighbors. Vanessa, goodness gracious. You know how to worry and open phones. I'm a father. You think like I'd let my 18-year-old daughter sit around in the not knowing about whether they were being watched by their bleeping neighbors? No. Be over there with baseball bats. Which one is he? All right. We're going to put the baseball bats away, Vanessa. We're just going to answer your question straight up. Are you being surveilled by your blonde Caucasian neighbor? Which makes it sound like you're being surveilled by some form of a Nazi. I don't like anything about this, I'll be honest with you, Vanessa. Vanessa, I don't know whether you're being surveilled by your Nazi neighbor, but the Knight of Pentacles is here to require something in the realm of action. In the realm of action, in the real world, what's the Knight of Pentacles not doing? Sitting around and wondering whether they're being watched by their neighbors. The Knight of Pentacles is marching right into the situation and saying, I'm going to find out one way or another, because I cannot accept living in a world where the word maybe is attached to the concept of being surveilled by my neighbors, who may or may not be Nazis. V! Stay in active mode around this, and I'm having a little bit of fun here. We're having fun times, we're laughing about it. A little. But I'm not really laughing in my heart about this, V. I want you to be safe, Queen. Safety first, safety last, safety in the middle. We cannot tolerate a universe where our neighbors are peeping on us. Egads. Let us know how it's going, sweet V. No peepers allowed, sweet V. Don't forget that there's a number in the phone that leads directly to the bleeping police, sweet V. Don't be afraid to use it if you see a couple of eyes staring at you through your window. Ay caramba. Oh, sweet V. You always have a way of worrying me. Now, Janine Jones, you're getting to be on that list too, the way that you keep on bringing forward a question about whether or not the person you're romantically interested in is catfishing you or not. Everybody gather around Janine Jones, please. Hi, Janine. How you doing, sweetie? I'd love to see your name here. I'm grateful for your presence. I'm not expressing anything other than that gratitude by reaching towards this question, which is as follows. Is my new online love interest real or fake? Before we go any deeper. Now, Janine, you've asked this question before. So are you saying that there's still been no definitive up or down vote attached to whether or not the person you're talking to online is real or fake? Janine Jones, do I have to ask of you to confirm that you're not handing out credit card information to this, that, or the other person online? Are you being protective of yourself, sweet Janine Jones? You know that's my first and last question. It's a different one. Janine Jones, you're a powerhouse. Round of applause for Janine Jones. Janine Jones shows up here. She's not sitting around waiting for love to come to her doorstep. She's out there and she's getting into the mix. I'm all for it, Janine. Thank you, Janine. I just needed a gentle confirmation that you are not in any way, shape, or form. Hey, sassy wise one. No way, shape, or form are you going to get scammed up there on what I want to say is this app, TikTok, Janine Jones, I just beg you to be careful. Now, that said, you've come to the table with a question. Is the person that I'm interested in right now real or fake? I know everybody thinks they're too old for that. Like, I've had that moment too, but then you know what? Next thing you know, you find yourself on the precipice of something. You got to be careful. I'm just reminding everybody here that, myself included. Myself included. Now, Janine Jones is asking if the person that they're romantically interested in, who they're interacting with online... Hey, Cody from Columbus. If the person that they're interacting with online is real or fake. What's the platform, Janine? Is it TikTok? Are we on TikTok with this? Or are we on Facebook? You tell me. Real or fake? Up or down vote cards. Tell us whether Janine Jones is dealing with somebody who's authentic or who's Microsoft Teams. Janine Jones, what app aren't you romantically engaged on in? My goodness, that's a first for me, Janine Jones. Another round of applause for Janine Jones for finding a way to make Microsoft Teams romantic. Truly one of the least romantic apps I've ever experienced in my life. Big round of applause for that. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Jesus Christ. Here it comes, Janine. Here comes your answer. Real or fake? Right, Veronica? How you doing, Veronica? Well, Janine Jones, I don't know whether this is a confirmation of realness or fakeness, but it's telling you something. Don't say he's famous. Anyway, Janine Jones, whatever. This is the card of celebration and creation of joy. Janine, you say you're 66. Janine, you say you know your way around the internet. You clearly know your way around the internet. Janine, you trust yourself out there? You trust yourself out there to make the call one way or another? This is a card that says, go out there and have fun, Queen. Knock yourself out. Be careful, but create joy for yourself. That's all. If you, look, maybe, I don't know the first thing about your actual life, Janine Jones. Maybe you're on Microsoft Teams conversations with all the famous people in the world, and that's just your life. I don't know. Go have fun doing it. I offer that to you, and I offer you my love and respect. My love and respect, as you are always bringing something interesting to this table, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Jess R., friend and patron of this broadcast. How you doing, Jess R? What's the rumpus? Jess R, you're asking, what's coming up for me in love? That's a perfect kind of thing for this deck to answer. Let's find out what Jess R. Have I been right every time? Well, God love me. I'm just here for you, Janine. I'm just here for you. Jess R, how you doing, Queen? You want to know what's coming up for you in the realm of love? Well, let's just find out. We got 8 more minutes left in this broadcast, friends. So, know that I'm going to do my best to get through everybody's questions. I'm going to do my best. Jess R, though, you know I can't miss an opportunity to read you. Here it comes, Jess R. What's up for you in the realm of love, Jess R? Cards say, for Christ's sake, Jess R. I hate that this dropped in on this question because it's like, this makes it look like it's negative, and it's not. This is about the growing of a new idea in the realm of the mind. It doesn't even necessarily have to attach to love, but it does necessarily have to attach to the Empress, which is the mother energy that fuels the entire universal path of the deck, which I sense you might even know. One way or another here, what we're seeing is the proposition of a growth of a new creative force of will inside of your mind. And yeah, I know, like, there is inside of that effort, like, push, you feel me? You've got to like will something into being. But remember who's powering this. It's the Empress powering this. So you try to channel that Empress will, or that Empress life force, into the realm of the mind and create from there. Simple, right? No, it's not simple. And you've probably heard me say this before. Why is this beautiful sense of heart in the rain? Because it's being fed. Because it's a seed being given birth to, essentially. Look at those sword points not as painful indications of tragedy, but as roots reaching into new soil and taking root so that it can grow upward from there. Let us know how it goes, Queen. Also, I'm going to say something here. On the bottom of this deck, Jessar, is 8 cups, suggesting the necessity for some form of an emotional journey away from known factors into unknowns, and also the obvious 8 being attached to deep, 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 placid, calm, emotional strength, which, think about that goddess taming that lion, and you get exactly where that's going from there. All right? 5 more minutes to go in this broadcast, and then I got a dip. It's your friend Open Phones. Sabrina, I'm not going to forget you. You want a card of the day? You're going to get a card of the day. Why? Because Sabrina and I have already gone something like 25 cards deep in the realm of a private one-on-one tarot session, which is available to each and every one of you, should you want it. If you find yourself watching this broadcast and saying, you know what, that's the guy for me, I want to go 13 cards deep on a question of my own, or maybe multiple questions of my own, I am here for that. I want to work with you one-on-one. We book a private tarot session one-on-one. We set up a Zoom. We stare at each other eye to eye in a screen. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Go wherever you want to go. We can be creative. Well, I am here for that. I'm trying to build just those kind of relationships up here. I love throwing one card drops on TikTok. Don't get me wrong. Love it. It's so much fun up here, and this community is one of the most sustaining forces in my life now. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. But it is my dream to take things a little bit further and go to a more interesting and more profound place via the longer form spreads. So if that's interesting to you, don't hesitate to reach out in my DMs or just visit my links and you'll find out how it can happen. Now, Sabrina, who has gone down that road with me famously and way early, like back when I was a far less tested entity on this or any platform, you had the faith, sweet Sabrina, to say yes. Thank you, Michelle. You have a wonderful day. To that concept, and we had a wonderful time. I'm about to drop your morning wisdom card upon you right now. Friends. Here it comes. You was right on time. You were right on time with TikTok. Here it comes, Queen. Sabrina, your morning wisdom card for this Wednesday is as follows. Time to get, and knowing what I do about you, you're not going to find one surprise inside of this card. It's time to access that beautiful strength in the realm of materialization. This is a beautiful 8 of Pentacles there to suggest it's time to get to work. Not that you haven't been getting to work this whole time, but a confirmation that it's a good time to get into the realm of building something beautiful and reminding yourself what it's like to flow inside of that sense of creation. Flow, let it flow, let it feel like it's on glass, like it's just cruising on the smoothest surface possible. No resistance, no friction required. Just doing it. Not bad, Queen. You know I am here for that. And I know that that's literally what... Hey, Frodo Bowl, how you doing? Nailing it. No, Alexandra. There's no question. Hold on. You know, Alexandra, you've been patient. I'm going to do you, Alex. I'm going to do you, Alex, right now. And then I'm going to do the final card to get us out of the broadcast. Are you ready? Alex asks, is the job that I am pursuing the only work? What? Is the job that I'm pursuing the only work, or is there another career? Is that, I'm kind of getting the idea, Alex. You want to know whether what you're doing now is the right path, or if you want to be on a different path. Let's see what the cards have to say. First of all, Alex, I sense this is your first time here. Hi, Alex. My name is Open Phones, and welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. I hope you come back and let us know which path you end up on. But let's drop a card on you, and then I absolutely have to get the bleep out of here, all right? Here we go. Bing, bang, bong. Alex. Is Alex on the right career path, or do they need to pivot? It's time to think, Alex. It's time to think, all right? Now, this is a card that says, okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, Alex, if I'm catching this card and I'm you, this is a card that says something about needing to do some work in the thinking department. If you're feeling disappointed about the path that you're on, you need to think your way past that disappointment. If you're not sure about the path you're on, you need to think your way into sureness. The one thing you're not allowed to do, Alex, is just sit around and wonder. You need to go into active mode at this point and make something happen, or else you risk just spending all the time in the world inside of this card, and you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. there are so many positive cards that could scream something along the lines of, yeah, you're on the right path, stay on the right path. This is not one of those cards. I'll just offer that to you gently. And yeah, and on the bottom of the deck, 10 swords, suggesting something about wrapping it up, ending it, ... I offer that to you with love. I say, please let us know how it goes and what you end up doing. We're here for you one way or another. And it's now time, friends, at the 3-hour mark, for me to offer each and every one of us one more card of collective energy. You're welcome, Alexander. Best of luck to you. Don't forget us at Tarot Morning Wisdom, Alex. One more card for everybody. Here it comes. Can we get a drum roll, please? A little drum roll. I'm reminding you that I'll be back on Friday. Very excited to say. I love each and every one of you, and I'm so glad that I get to spend this time with you. I'm so grateful. Mars, Sabrina, Asake, Rashida. I'm sorry, Rashida, I didn't get to your question. I truly have to dip. It's a requirement. So I'm duping. And Mystery, if I missed you, I apologize. You know that I love you, and I will be back for you. Here it comes. It's the collective card that's going to get us out. And I'm going to gently remind each and every one of you that this is also the card that I will use to unfold my own personal 13-card Solomon spread for myself after this broadcast is over. So know that it's connecting personally to me and to each and every one of you. It's our way of exiting this together through the same doorway. I like that metaphor. Here we go. Here we go. What will it be, friends, on this Wednesday, May 27th, 2026? Holy smokes. Here it comes. The final piece of Tarot Morning Wisdom that we're all going to take away from this broadcast is as follows. Ooh. It wasn't the Hierophant, Sabrina, but it was not far. Energetically, it is the High Priestess. Suggesting, oh my gosh, divine beginnings, anyone? Hello. The creation. Is it? Sabrina, is that right? Well, thank you so much for that information. And thank you for the card pull, Queen. Da-dang. Just so you know, that hits. Maybe it's because of the beard. I'm trying to grow a Hierophant beard. Can you sense that? All right. What do we see here inside of this beautiful priestess but the idea of beginning, creating that polar situation, that polar balance of positive and negative, of black and white that you see inside of those columns, Boaz and Yakim for the insiders, and in so doing create a womb for knowledge and wisdom to gestate and grow into that Empress power at number 3. It says something about being at the beginning of something beautiful, and it says something about being discerning, and it says something about taking care, and it says something about making preparations for that beautiful Empress to arrive. I love everything about this priestess. I accept this priestess, and I will live up to her challenge to be as wise as possible, and I hope you do too. Thank you, friends, for another fantastic stream. I'm so grateful to you, each and every one of you, and I will see you on Friday morning. If you need me, you know what to do. If you need me, you reach out. If you need me, you just reach out in the DMs. Sabrina, I will do that right now. 22. I'm sure you'll let me know. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Mystery. I appreciate everybody. I will see you Friday. I'm sorry, Dot, I didn't get to you. Good luck with the exam. You will if you study. You know that's true. All right, guys, I'm out. See you real soon. Thank you, as always.